Typing to Spotify. Leave him alone.
Lost him.
Okay, so welcome back to the adventures of the mighty MP6. Based on a vision that Mara had, she's following the advice of her patron. Apparently, deep below the ruins of Shattengrad, where you are now, there's some type of fire bird, which people suspected was probably be a phoenix, and it was held down by chains in Mara's vision. Her deity actually gave her a spell that could break the chains, but you need to get down there first, and you have no idea how close or how far you are away from there. Worse yet, it seems as if they were extracting some type of power from it, and who is they? Based on a semi-crude sketch done by Mara, put it together that it could be a guy called Trent Ithacon, who's one of the archmages of the Cerebus Assembly. Very powerful mage, very scary. You're not really sure what you could do against him based on what some other players have interacted with him. Basically a big, scary dude. Something maybe with 10 years of intensive training, maybe 50 years of intensive training by someone like Connell could maybe hope to achieve his level of power. So a big scary dude at the end of that. You did travel down a tunnel. I managed to dodge some hands and got away from a screaming banshee. And then you appeared in these tunnels over here. Now I was doing a little bit of work while you guys weren't here, so if you want to change your marching order before you get into it, please do.
Works for me.
But the option is there to shuffle things around.
So who wants to take the lead? I don't mind because my stealth's pretty good. But this one's pretty good.
Just as a note.
Okay, so we'll stick with this order. Now, that is a good question. This area is pretty much dark. There's no natural lights down here. I believe all of you have dark vision. I think Connell, you cast dark vision on Mara. So that takes care of all the useless humans. And I'll reveal a little bit more of the map.
Classic humans.
So you basically see, and you said you're better at stealthing. Am I to take from that you're stealthing down the corridor?
Yes.
And if you are, you need to make me some stealth rolls. I believe only Silas needs to make this at disadvantage since he's clanking around in his big old boots.
Let's go, Mara!
Yeah, that's good, Mara, with a +2.
Drag you up and you stealth better. Good to know.
Classic Silas.
They're clanking along. Faudar's doing pretty good. But I think we'll take that as a group check. There's a lot of big rolls there. So let's say that Silas is about to clank and Mara puts a hand on his shoulder just to settle him down.
He knows the pain.
He does a Drac stealth, right? Moves so slow that he thinks he's invisible.
Yep.
We are missing one. Who are we missing? And
sorry, I was helping. I don't want to.
I don't want it. You can't make me.
Okay, I'll take it.
Pretty good. Okay, so Mara, with your passive perception, you hear coming from the east somewhere some gentle weeping. And to save you talking too much, Mara, I'll just say that you relay that to the group, even from this distance. Sort of around this corner somewhere, you hear some gentle weeping.
All right. Should we check it out?
I think the high charisma guys just check out weeping.
It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for you.
I mean, I'm happy to.
Okay.
But we should definitely we should move quietly as a group towards checking it out. I feel like we don't really have a way back. We only have to go. We have to go forward.
Sorry, who goes forward first? For sure.
Leroy Jenkins.
What could go wrong?
I'm gonna start heading forward.
This character needs to be a rogue.
I am a rogue, son.
Oops.
You're like everything then, aren't you? You have rogue, you got fighter, and you got
Rogue and,
barbarian.
And from
No,
around the
just
corner,
rogue and barbarian.
Samael, you just glance out of it. There's this very, very tiny dwarf there. And he's just huddled over. And he's going, "Oh, it doesn't make sense. A mouth but no face. It doesn't make sense. A mouth with no face. No, it's a mouth but no face. No. And he's just kind of rocking back and forth. And as you can kind of glance out of the corner of your eye there from Samael, you do see this creature is a dwarf, but small even for a dwarf. I mean, if you wanted to talk mechanically, it's got the tiny size to it. And it's just rocking back and forth, saying, a face, a mouth but no face. No. And he's paid no attention whatsoever to you.
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, I see a talking baby dwarf. What should we do?
Somebody talk to him.
It's not a baby. I'm not sure if you're playing it up, but it's a proportionally the size of a dwarf. Like, there's no baby type features to it. It's just a really, really small dwarf with grey skin and kind of a white scraggly beard. And he just keeps on saying, a mouth but no face. No, a mouth. It doesn't make sense. No face. Ah.
Gray skin? Is it a Duergar dwarf?
I'm going to say that they're well enough knowing that it is indeed a Duergar.
Oh, those guys are evil.
Are you though? I mean, I know that are they always evil now? I get kind of mixed up with D&D these days.
Now's a perfect time to bring up the fact that I am hunting a Duergar who is wanted for slaughtering a family of 2 adults and 2 young children.
Oh.
All right, let's fucking kill him then.
No, but Silas will bring that up. Pulling a small wanted notice from his pouch. You guys will see a notice for Stella Ironeye, who is a Duergar, with a notice for if she's returned to Rexentrum alive, they'll be paid 1,000 gold, or proof of death would bring 500 gold. And he just shows you the generalized sketch of Stella, and that's why I'm here, actually.
Okay, but how are you with? This is a bad time to have a conversation, but how are you with these people in general? Are you somewhat murderous in general with the population, or is it just one particular you're after?
He looks at you completely like astonished you would ask a question like that, and say, I don't break the law. I am here because they broke the law.
Okay. So, who wants to step forward and have a conversation with this crazy guy?
We don't know if he's crazy or if he actually saw this and he is rationally fearful.
You know, both things could be true. But yeah, I know. Yeah, so you want to step forward and have a conversation? Both yours and mine, charisma sucks.
All eyes turn to Silas.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I was saying, Silas, go talk to somebody.
Alright, Silas will walk forward towards the Duergar.
Okay, the Duergar continues to to rock back and forth. And as you get closer, Silas, you see like sweat dripping down his face. And he's once again not. He looked at you for an eye for just a fraction of a second, and then he goes back to his ramblings. Like, no, makes no sense.
Can you do a med check on him?
A mouth but no face. No.
Can you do a med check on him?
Good.
Oh, what are you trying to work out there, Connell?
Just trying to see how healthy he looks. Does he seem kind of like he's off? He sounds off. Is his physical
He looks
back up
physically
him being?
okay. He looks physically okay. He is sweating, which is actually quite unusual. When you come down that huge tunnel hole in the ground, you think temperature dropped. So it's quite chilly in here. You wrap your cloaks around you and you're warm enough. But despite the chill, this guy is sweating profusely. You don't think there's anything really physically wrong with him. You get the impression that he's just scared, and maybe beyond scared.
Okay. My conclusion would be that something did terrify him, and that he's not mentally ill per se. He's likely saw something that he may be mentally ill now, but he wasn't before. Anyway.
Silas will lean down on one knee, basically, because he's a small dwarf. And what did you see that frightened you so?
And he, for the first time, he stops his rambling, and he looks at you, and something odd happens. It returns to a normal size, just and he grabs you by the collar, Silas, and says, "It has a mouth, but no face. You need to run. You have no chance. Run. Leave if you can. Sweet gods in heaven, a mouth but no face. You need to run." Just grabbing you by your kind of lapels almost.
I'm gonna walk up to him while he's ramming. Where was it? Where did you see this thing?
It wanders. It doesn't stay still. And with that he starts looking around. It moves. It carries a great hammer. And it crushes. And it smashes. And it destroys. You must run.
I'm gonna walk ahead and look down the alleyway to make sure there's not anything near us while he's talking so loud.
Okay. There's nothing immediately obvious, but you do see it. There's a little bit of corridor heading down that.
While he's doing that, Silas will lean in again and say, "What is Stella here?"
Stella, I am ashamed. The face. I ran, and Stella's down south. And he points vaguely in a southerly direction.
Yep.
We saw the beast, and some of us ran. I ran, I'm ashamed to say. But the face... It has no face, but it has a mouth. That doesn't make sense. And I ran, and some of us were destroyed, and some of us got away. But the mouth... And it's huge. It's larger than any creature I've ever seen in my life. But its mouth... Its mouth devours... You need to run.
And when he says that, Silas just shakes his head. "I'm not running. Where is Stella?" Oh no, he knows that already. I'm not running. You can if you choose to, but I have business here. And he'll just stand up and kind of brush the hands off of the off of his armor and pay no attention to the Duergar from that point on.
Okay. So the Duergar goes back to running and just rambling and rocking back and forth.
I'm gonna kneel down and ask him, why haven't you tried to leave this place? Why are you still here? Why haven't you tried to climb out or tried to escape or go anywhere?
The stairs are broken. I can't get up. And
So then why are you telling us to run? How do you think we could get out of here? Is there any other exits to this place that are blocked off by this thing?
Not that I know of.
And have you? This is your home? Have you lived here, or were you adventuring, trying to find treasure or something of some sorts?
We heard the rumors like everybody else that there was treasure down here, but it's just not worth the effort. The risks are too great. If I could leave, I would.
Well, we're gonna look around for an exit. If we find one, we'll let you know. All right?
Okay.
What was your name?
My name's Kragor.
Maybe try to keep it quiet so this thing that you're afraid of doesn't find you.
Okay. And he goes back to rocking.
But is he still saying the mouth with no face thing really loud out loud anymore?
He's saying it quietly to himself.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the last encounter with this thing is towards the south, and that's where your contract is, Silas. Do we want to head in the southern direction?
I think he's AFK right now.
Okay.
He's doing his laundry.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see the chat.
So I guess we continue on forward then, huh?
Yeah.
We have two directions where we can go now. Did he get points to a direction of where it came from? Is there anything to the south there?
I thought the mouth with no face was to the south.
Yeah, and so was the girl that he was looking for. We're both south.
Okay,
And he
so
referred to the lady. The
Oh.
He doesn't. He said the mouth wanders. It moves around.
what are these black marks on the screen? Are these for looks, or are these something of significance? With black dots, black specks.
Yep. So these tunnel walls are nice and smooth. There's no real... Yes, it's well made, like dwarven quality stuff. This whole passageway that you've come through is just rough, as if something has just barged its way through it. And this is all the rubble left from its barging.
That must be the thing. No,
Okay,
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we want to go straight south then. Is that where we want to go?
Yeah.
So Samuel, you want to lead the way since you're seems to be our scout in this group.
All right.
Actually, you're a scout. Actually, Felder, you're better at scouting, aren't you?
He actually has a higher stealth than me, but I'll go with him just in case something comes up.
Yeah, you probably have higher perception than me.
Okay. What are you doing?
He's being a stealthy barbarian rogue. He has to grunt for the barbarian rage, but like stealthing at the same time.
Do I actually notice any traps as I'm walking by? Because I
That's
fucking hate traps.
That's Vivi talking.
Player.
That's Samuel.
A perception check.
Perception.
Nope.
No.
Don't notice any traps. What you do know,
Looks good to me.
in the room to the south, even from here, you can notice some claw marks, like, along the wall type of thing. There's a bunch of claw marks, and it's obvious that there probably was a door there, but there's not a door there anymore. And inside of the room, you see there are 3 large wardrobes. They've been pulled over. You guess by the way that the dust and stuff has settled around. It's a fairly recent thing. And even from now, you can see the wardrobes are completely destroyed, and whatever was in them is not there anymore.
Should we go down or
Well,
check out
yeah.
this area maybe first?
I think we should maybe go into this room if south is the direction we're going. We don't want to have something behind us though and ambush us.
All right.
Island will walk into the room.
Okay, so pretty much as I described
Well,
before, a
walk to the
bunch
room.
of wrecked wardrobes and a door to the west.
And there's a wrecked door to the south.
Yep, and you can just glance through to the passageway through.
Can I listen on this door and see if there's any like noise coming from the other side of it?
Sure, make me a perception check. So you put your ear against the door, listen closely. You don't hear anything.
All right. Doesn't seem like there's anything in there. I try to tug on the door. Is it locked? Not opening.
Yep, you give it a twist the handle and give it a slight pull. It's fine. It's
Okay.
not locked.
I open the door.
The bravery, opening of the door. Okay, you open the door and you glance inside, and there are like 3 dry stone bases, kind of like evenly spaced across the east wall. So, basins along here. They're stone basins. They're they're dry. They're completely dry, like bone dry almost. Yep.
Okay. Nothing really interesting in the room next door. And just seems to have a door that heads south, so I think we should just keep going through where maybe the broken tracks lead us. And perhaps that will get us to whatever monstrosity is around this place. Thoughts from the rest of the group?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Can you stick spell out of cast on Adamak, just so you know.
Yep, got it.
Okay, if you roll that 1d8, go ahead. Adamak, so you can have that for like going forward. It's 8 hours, so
Oh, I roll it.
yeah.
Oh,
That's you.
cool.
So when
That
it
you
comes
think
time
you're
for
so
initiative,
cool.
Yep, just add 8 to your initiative.
Jeez.
That's something you struggle with. So. You're welcome.
this is about as far
Thank you,
as
good
your dark vision and vision can go. Not sure if that's quite revealed, but there's some double doors here. Passageway down there.
So you said there was scratch marks in the previous room. Is there any scratching or signs of indicating if that whatever caused the wreck in the previous room around here? Or what direction it went? No?
There is.
Okay.
Actually, make me a survival check. Yeah, the whatever creature made this is headed down this way.
Okay. I will relay that information to the group. There seems to be the tracks and the scratching. It looks like it's still headed further south. I don't know if we want to explore or look around. I know a lot of us have different purposes here. I know some are looking for treasure. Me, I'm mainly trying to find information, and this giant beast sounds like the pinnacle of things that the reserve would want to know about. But I don't know about the rest of you.
I think we're mostly here for Mars mission. Treasure's always good. Don't get me wrong. Not turning it away, but
I sure love treasure.
What is your cleric looking for here? Is there any specifics of her vision that any of you have been called or told?
Mara, you want to type that? You want to talk if you want to.
I think she was looking for like a thing.
I think.
Bang.
I think of the place.
Yeah, you know that one thing.
Giant bird, giant red burning bird.
Yep, that was trapped below, held down by some type of change, which she has the spells to break, apparently. Yeah, big bird.
Okay.
Really big bird, but red.
Also knows I think the guy at the place.
Well, perhaps this thing will be a damage to the bird anyway, so we should take care of that first. Do deity give you any indication of where this bird would be in here, or just that it's here? Down. Okay. Well, if we see any way that goes down, perhaps we'll go down then. But for now, I guess there isn't any vertical ascension, so perhaps heading to the south.
Okay.
Fighter friend, want to go with me?
As Mara enters this corridor here, you hear over to the east some sounds like half grumbling and half tap, like almost like mining sounds off to the east, down here somewhere.
So, mining sound. Some more dwarves likely.
Do they sound like they're mining up towards us or mining down the opposite direction?
It's hard to tell. Mining isn't if you think it's mining, mining is an inherently slow process.
Yeah.
All you hear is the tap and incoherent grumbling.
Let's check it out.
Or
Well, if it's below us. Okay, we'll go.
say to the east. So I mean, we have so many places we can explore. It's kind of me at this point.
Yeah.
And if you're stealthing, I need stealth checks from everyone.
Stealth. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
wow, Mara, nice.
Well done, nice. Adamak, yeah.
Okay, look at average.
Nice.
We'll pull you up. 4. Wow.
So
Silas, you said wait in the car.
Yeah,
You
wait in the
got
car,
4.
Silas.
Yeah. We got 4.
Or you guys can have fun with the talking.
We'll call you. I'll send you a message.
So, do we hear which way the mining is coming from?
Further to the east.
So, like this way more?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna, like, stealthily hide right here.
Okay.
And then see if I can see anything from this corner.
Yeah.
I'll go to the other side.
No, still outside of your dark vision range.
Anything to the north down the corridor next to me.
Oh, sure. So it's just a doorway down that way? Like that.
Are these doors or pillars?
Doors.
Doors. So I see that there's kind of like a turn down here.
Actually, I'll reveal a little
Maybe
bit
we
more.
could.
And there's a lot of places to go. It's kind of
Maybe
just
we
choose
could
which way.
like go down and then. No. Do you want to press forward this
I
way?
mean, there's so many options, man. It's pretty much wherever you want to go. I mean, there's a lot of places to go right now.
Okay.
Pick a choice. Just roll a die.
Okay. I think. Well, I wanna go more down this way.
Go for
If
it.
you guys want to go, okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to just keep sneaking,
Silas, you should hang
keeping
back.
my ears peeled.
It's Sauce. Sauce will be in the back.
Okay, so you keep sneaking forward, hiding to the darkness as much as you can. Now, what you see up ahead,
Whoa!
I'll show you. I think I have a picture of these guys.
It's a mouth with no face.
No, I don't have a picture. Sorry, but yeah, it's got a face. It's got an eyes. It's got a mouth, and it's got kind of like 5 arms. 6. 3 of them is using his legs, and 3 of them it's using, I don't know, to manipulate the world around it. And you also see down here 5 Duergar hard at work. Like they're meant to be looking at the picks. They're not really mining. They're kind of trying to extract things from it. And I'm going to say with what did Faldar roll for his stealth? 25 and 29 for Samuel. So they don't appear to have noticed you. It might be because you're just outside of their range or some other reason, but definitely haven't noticed Faldar or Samael yet. But you get the impression if you got much closer, it would be hard. You suspect you might be outside of their range, out of their dark vision range, or might be they just noticed you. But it's just inherently hard to hide in a corridor. So you suspect they're at the edge of their lights. Yes, and the Duergar are that big. They're huge. So you saw a tiny one before. This is the opposite.
So, do we all believe these are naturally bad, or right? So I agree.
So I'm going to use this to talk to everyone real quick.
Okay.
I need to roll a d8 to see how many people are actually affected. 5. How many of there are us?
6.
5? 6?
6.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
So you lead
say
off.
there's like a shitload of Duergar up ahead. What should we do?
I can fireball them. I mean, do we know they're bad?
I don't know.
We don't. I'm gonna try to step back and whisper without like very quietly. We don't know if the Duergar are the ones that are bad here. They might be being enslaved. Didn't the other dwarf that we talked to look like a Duergar, DM?
Yes, like these guys, but a different size. Very obviously the same race.
Perhaps they're enslaved and being forced to work for these things. My glance at the situation looked like supervisors at a work camp almost.
So we're confident these 2 big guys are bad, then, right?
They look like a mouth without face.
So you want to try lightning bolt?
I'm not a master of what arcane spells are best. If you think that will help us deal with them,
I'm
sure.
just saying. Are you ready to start? Basically just go for the 2 guys. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
I look to the rest of the group. They definitely look like monsters.
All right. DM, are we getting the roll a surprise round then, or
Yep.
for where we're at? Okay.
You do notice
I'm on-
one thing, Feldar
Okay.
and Samuel in particular. As the Duergar are picking, they throw something back. It looks like kind of almost some type of metal, but almost like a shaving of a metal. And this creature comes forward and starts licking the piece of metal that's on the ground.
Does it eat
Um,
it?
It's licking it at the moment.
Licking metal. So it's eating metal.
That's weird.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what were we doing? Someone was doing something.
I was till he moved. Yeah. So we're gonna do. I gotta rethink what I'm doing now. Change the shape of things. Yeah, I'm gonna do fireball in the middle of them. Just to hit this guy. This guy I can throw up the radius thing and show where I put it. And this is be a radiant fireball.
A radiant, interesting.
Yeah, because the rain changes it from fire to radiant, right?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. So I need what is it? Can you find that faster than I can? That the circle.
Oh, sure.
Sorry.
So let's get you a 20-foot diameter fireball. Oops.
Yeah.
One of those. Orange.
It's a lot.
Why not? Circle.
Right now.
Whoosh. So you should be able to move that
Yeah,
around.
we'll put it right there because all of them but the others.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
aiming for the creatures as opposed to the Duergar, of course.
Correct.
Okay, I'll lock that in
Okay.
place. Okay, roll away.
And there it goes.
Okay.
Wow.
Not bad.
All those sixes. Nice.
I know, man. That works. I've passive rolled a long time.
Wow, that is awesome. Okay. So what we'll do,
Now, hey, how many both saves will I do?
we'll get some saving throws from these creatures, and it's what's the DC?
16.
16. So the first one rolls a 16, so it makes it.
All right.
The second one rolls a natural 20. So
I'm gonna use a criminal shift on one of them.
on the second one, I assume.
Yeah,
Get
just
another
'cause I want more to hit
dexterity
full.
check.
Oh,
Oh.
well. Okay.
All right. So the two of them both take 20 points of damage, and while I'm sorting that out, why don't you guys sort this out?
Guys, can you hear that through my headset? The music to the game, the feedback.
Nope, no feedback.
Okay. Don't worry that one. I'll type it in.
Actually, what I'll do.
13 is what I got.
One for him, and we'll get these guys acting.
I'll turn on tomorrow. There you go.
Okay, so you see Connell casting his trademark fireball, and it just comes racing through there, and if you didn't have these guys' attention, you have it now, and it explodes, and the two creatures kind of scream in pain. Then all eyes turn in the direction where the fireball came from. The first thing that happens is Feldar. Wow, I rolled terribly.
I'm gonna run up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit the thing with the mouth.
Okay.
With my staff as my first hit.
Okay. Swing with your quarterstaff for 14 misses. These guys are wearing, I think, leather armor, but it bounces off their armor harmlessly. They're in fact wearing
I'll take my
scale mail. Okay.
I'll
So
take my arm strike.
Boosh. So that goes off. You punch it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong stats. Yeah, sorry. The first one bounces off this guy's thick, leathery hide. I was getting confused with the dwarven things. It still doesn't hit. And a 27 does hit. Punch it right in the face. Boom.
And stunning strike.
Okay. What's the magic number?
Let me double check. I will have this memorized after a couple sessions.
Yeah, it's all good. We all will, trust me. So,
trying to find it on my sheet. Strike, there it is. So, I roll 20. There we go. Let's see. It doesn't say it there. Let me just check.
Let's see if I can work it out.
I think it's 8 plus my wisdom plus proficiency bonus, if I remember
That
correctly.
sounds right. Yep.
11. So then what's we're at 14.
Okay. And what type of save?
Constitution.
Constitution. So Constitution 14. Was it 14? And it rolls a 80.
dang, it's a good roll.
Boom.
It is a con save if you did things.
Yeah, they do look pretty beefy. And then I'll use my bonus action, patient defense.
Patient defense. Okay, so you're effectively taking a dodge action. You
Yep.
have disadvantage on strikes against you.
As I try to get through.
Yep.
I don't know if I can get very far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge dungeon.
It's a lot
with
further than I
wide-
thought it was.
What's your base movement?
40.
I'll get to the one next to me, there's space to hit that one. If you just go straight.
Yeah, not if you go that way.
I can't get to it. I'd have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 moves. They'll come to you. Just get in range, they'll come to you. Hold your attack action.
because
Do-
Feldar's so far up. They might just go to him instead.
So,
I said Feldar's so up, so they are so far up, so they might not come to us. They might just go to him.
There. Do you want? Maybe I'll just take my full movement and get in front of that guy
Okay.
without going close to this one.
Okay, so you both
Y'all are-
rush forward, still
Guys,
smelling the
y'all-
arid smoke from there.
Hey.
Adamek dashes forward. Felder's got his pose. What you got, Mara?
future.
And then I'll rage too when I get to him.
Make an insight check, Mara. So I whispered something to Mara. Ooh, confusion.
Ooh.
So we should put that in there. Each creature in a 10-foot radius. So firstly, let's make some wisdom saves for one of these guys. This is for the ugly thing. Fails. And we'll just see about these other things as well. So let's say one of them succeeds. Okay. Takes an affected picture must roll. So on its turn. So first of all, there's no reaction. So first of all, let's say this. Oops. So let's remove that. We know which ones they are. So this one is confused, and this thing is confused. So it can't take reactions, and when it gets to its turn, we're going to be rolling those d8s. Yeah, the faces are pretty cool. Okay, so you notice this Felder, all these. Oh, I didn't put the right icon despite the cool one. We'll take. Yeah, there we go. Confused. Okay, whoosh, some divine energy seems to confuse these creatures no end. This one, however, sees these creatures coming into their space and interrupting their work, and it comes up, and this creature who are they're very obviously hostile now, they swing at you with this huge war pick, proportionally big enough for them, much bigger than any of you guys duelled, but it brings it down hard onto Atomac's head and rolls a 7, misses. I think they only get one attack. Okay, yep. That's it. Connell.
Alright, yeah, it's a cool spell. We're gonna go ahead and do this one. Storm Sphere. I need to put it right where I can. What is that? It's another 20-foot radius. So I need another 20-foot cone if you don't mind.
Sure.
A radius.
20 foot. Yep. Is that right? 20 foot?
Oh, I'm
Whoa.
getting you
That
guys.
doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's a little big, doesn't it?
20-foot radius.
It's pretty
That's right.
big.
That's 20-foot radius.
Yeah, it is pretty big. I'm gonna try to get right here where I don't hit my guys. Right there. So you should hit
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
And I believe it was a strength save.
Mm-hmm. Which I know they're probably pretty strong.
So let's do the So there's 4 Duergar. Let's go. Oh, that's fine. They don't have a. Okay, so I cast 1 too many. So I'll look at the first 4. So 2 of them make it. What happens to the 2 that makes it?
2D, no damage, I believe. The other you take a 2d6. Each creature in the sphere, when it appears at the end of its turn, there must be seed on a strength saving throw. So actually, you can probably wait on it. Until the spell ends, you can use bonus action to basically use lightning bolt onto one attack. Have advantage on that attack if they're in the sphere. So right now, I think they're still okay until the end of their turn.
Okay.
At the end of the turn, they've got to do a 2d6 for damage.
Okay, I got it. Okay, all right. So Now, one of these creatures. The one... roll me a d8, Mara.
Oh, I do have a bonus action though on that one,
Oh,
so I
sure,
can go
sure.
ahead and do the 46 on one of those. I'm going to take this guy here and do a 46
Okay.
of can't 46.
So he takes...
So be it with it 16.
Got
I'm
it.
assuming the 28 is the attack, and then it would be the 16 damage on.
Oh, I see how it
That one.
works. Okay, got it. Alright, Mara, roll me a d8. 2. So, this creature doesn't... Oh, no. Roll a d10, sorry. A d10. Roll that again. 6. So, on a 6. So the creature just freezes. Doesn't do anything. This is good. At the end of the turn, it makes another wisdom saving throw. So we'll get another wisdom saving
It's
throw.
strength, not.
That's for Mara.
Mara's confusion.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And I believe it is still confused. Yep, failed.
No, it's one of the ones. It's one of the ones in that sphere that's got to do a strength saving throw for the damage too.
Okay, so this guy will do a strength saving throw. And it gets a 10.
Yeah, 10. So the damage on that, what's the bloodshed like? To 8. 8 points of damage.
Okay, and it's confused, so it's going to stay there, even though it's not in its best interest. This creature here, he needs to make a strength saving throw, right?
Every time that ends its turn.
Ends its turn, okay.
Uh huh.
Okay, so it's going to squeeze out of it because it doesn't like being in there. It's not confused. And it's going to come boosh. Comes right up at Adamek's face. Swings a massive war pix down upon his head. And rolls an 11. Can't hit him. Okay, the other creature though, the massive thing just out of it is enjoying these odds against Adamek. And it just starts unleashing these limbs almost in a whirl, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And it's going to attack Adamek 3 times with its claws. 3. And Adamek's AC is 15. So 2 of them hit for 14 points of damage, reduced to 7 because of your rage. And it grabs you with its 2 of its claws and kind of almost picks you up and brings its massive maul down upon you to try and bite you as well. Jump! And it rolls an 18, which hits as well. So, but with your rage, it reduces to 10 points of damage. Adamek is really not in a good spot, surrounded. And this guy is going to, what are they? It's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Starts coming charging down the corridor with its.
Can I get an attack of opportunity on it?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. That hits. That's just 12 points of damage. Okay, so you do take a swipe it as it goes past. And does anybody speak Dwarvish or Undercommon?
Yeah.
No.
Mara does.
I speak Dwarvish.
Okay, well, this is not a plot-heavy scream. It's basically, leave it alone, it is ours! As he charges down the corridor. Samael.
Well, I was gonna flank that thing, but I don't want them to hit the weak guys in the back. So I guess I'll just run up.
Weak.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna run up. I'm going. No. I am. I'm gonna rage first, though.
Yeah.
Rage, and then now I'm gonna run up. Right there. And then I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
My psychic blades.
So, The shield on you saying you're acting recklessly. Okay.
Oh, that's a 14.
Clangs off this guy's scale mail armor. No damage.
Second attack, 23.
20. Is it? Oh, because you're raging, yes. Reckless, rather. That does hit. It does do 18 points.
And that's 18 psychic damage.
Whoosh. This guy's confidence got the better to him, and in one
Oh, wow.
mighty swing, Samael took it.
Nice,
Mind
good
this guy
job.
took a fireball to the face as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
he didn't. No, he didn't, but Feldar did slap him on the way there. Yep.
And then I am
Two
going
attacks,
to... I just need to see how much I moved first. Yeah, I moved 10 feet. Now I will... 10, 30.
Oops.
I'll move right here.
Okay. Got it.
And that's it.
Okay, Silas. You don't so much see his hair stuff going down. Grunts, groans, ungodly roars.
Part of the problem, Paladins.
Well, I'm just gonna dash because I was told to stay back, so
Mm-hmm.
far away.
Alright. There's definitely
That's my turn.
a shield now between Connell and the Duergar. That's a good thing. Speaking of the Duergar, this one here is confused. Want to roll me another d10 there, Mara? 3. Let's see what I do the spell. 3. The creature doesn't move or takes turns.
So then it takes that damage then.
Yep, so it does take the damage. While it's there, though, it's going to make another... It was a wisdom save for your spell. Mara? Must be. Yes, so let's see if he gets unconfused. Yes, he does. So he's no longer confused. But I believe that will be his turn. And he needs to make a strength saving throw for Connell's thing. Strength saving throw. He rolls a 8. So how much damage does he take?
Now, do you mean re-roll that every time, or do you want to use the original spell roll?
Just
I'm not
use
sure
the
about that
original
one.
ones.
Okay. It's, hang on. It's 8.
8. Okay, but the confusion spell wears, but that's at the end of his turn, so he's staying there. Finally, Mr. Natural One guy here will attack Samael, and he shall do so at advantage.
Probably gonna hit.
Once again with his massive pickaxe, sees the opening left by the reckless attack. Oh, luckily, didn't roll natural 1, but it did roll a 16.
And
Just
that
hits it.
just hits.
Okay, so this enlarged war pit comes crashing down right across your shoulder, let's say, for 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh! You said 10?
Yeah, 10 damage, yep.
Okay, minus
Sorry.
to 5.
Just not sure why I'm hiding these rolls. Let me just change that so you can see the rolls. Okay, so you see the rolls in future. Okay, so bang, comes down across your shoulder. You wince into pain, and the enlarged Duergar grabs his pickaxe and kind of licks the end of the blood and says, "You're mine, little man." Feldar.
Gross.
So this thing, look, the giant mouth thing in front of me looks confused. So I'm gonna go walk. So it can't take reactions. So I'm gonna go walk over here to try to help Adamak and get some of these dwarfs off of him.
Okay,
Make my attack on this guy.
Yep, there is no attack of opportunity. Yep.
And boom.
Nice.
21
Nice
hits.
move.
9
And
damage.
then punch.
And
Whoops,
misses.
that's wrong. Don't count that one. That was the whoops.
Oh,
I
okay,
clicked
yep.
the quarter step again. That should have been
Still
an unarmed
misses?
strike, but still misses. And then I'll do flurry of blows. So
Okay, that hits.
and I'll do a stunning strike.
I think we had Constitution 15, I think.
14. Yeah, 14.
14. Oops, wrong creature. Rolls a... Oh, that still rolls a natural 20, so it's not stunned. But it
Never
did
mind.
take 10 points of damage. Okay, got it.
That's the end of my turn. I'm no longer have the defense thing.
Okay, yep, got it. Not sure why that roll was hidden, but that's fine. Okay, Adamek, you enemies to the left of you, enemies to the right of you. What you got?
It's a party, you know. I'm gonna attack the one behind me.
Okay, the one that fell adjusted, sure.
Yep.
Natural 20 when you need it. 11
yeah.
misses.
Okay, well, you know, second time's a charm.
That one does hit. And with 9 points of raging damage, you find your mark and you swing, and the Duergar collapses in a heap, groaning in pain.
And I'm gonna bonus action lightning aura zap
Dexterity.
the mouth guy.
Yep. It rolls a 9, so it's going to take another 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that'd be Adamak's turn. Mara. Take your time. Silent killer indeed.
Casting gelatinous cube.
And Mara is concentrating on the confusion in case it matters.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I put concentration on.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. Shooting stars. All right. Times 3. Against whom? In the cube. Okay. So let's start. So it's DC 15. So let's do 2 on the Zorn. Dexterity save. Boomp. Oops. Boomp. Boomp. So I was a 14 and a 9, which fails. Let's do the first 2 on that guy, which is 23 damage. Wow. So Mara is on fire. Boosh, 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 boosh. The first one falls down. And the dwarven guy, was it dexterity? He also fails with a 2, so he takes 12 points of damage. Not enough to fall him, but down he goes. So, Mara from the side. Boosh, boosh. Doing a lot of damage from the sides today. Excellent. Okay, this guy is going to attack Adamek. Once again, wielding this massive war pick. Comes down. Boosh! Massive thing. And it connects right in the middle of your chest, Adamek, for 6 piercing. But you only take 3 points of damage with your rage. Kono.
Yeah, I'm going to use momentary stasis on the big thing next to Adamak. So it's a Constitution save for 16.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'll put it out there if you want to see it. On this one.
Constitution?
They're probably going to double high con, but trying to minimize the damage.
They do have a high con for 19.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. And then bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and use my lightning bolt on this guy, which is 10 points unless you roll it again.
Oh, yeah. This guy will do a strength save. Does he get a save?
Yeah, well, he has a strength save first, but you just turn there. Forgot about that one. That's a save. And then plus on bonus action, I get to hit him again.
So it goes to 12.
Yeah. So 12, so he failed the save, so it's 2d6. That's the 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I use the lightning bolt on bonus action on him, which would be 10 points of damage.
Okay. So,
If you want, I can roll it again for the attack. So that's what I'm asking for, but it would also roll the damage again. So however you want to handle that. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go.
We'll just say re-rolling. The bottom line, the guy
All right.
minding his own business gets confused and just gets ripped apart by a Connor's spell. Okay, now this one is confused and dead, which is a bad combination. This guy is just plain old dead, but this thing is not. Turns its attention once again to Adamak and just goes into a frenzy, ripping across with 3 claw attacks. And all of those hit for a total of 18 points of damage, reduced to 9 because of your rage. Now that's got you in all these 3 claws. It picks you up and tries to bite your head off. And for its an attack, it rolls.
Dang. What dice?
Dirty 20 for 13 points of damage. Reduced to 6 because of your rage. So this creature is going crazy on you. That guy's gonna not do anything because it's dead. Samael.
I'm going to grapple this guy.
You're gonna grapple.
And yeah.
Okay, it's going to get an advantage on its strength size because it's so damn big. But not good enough.
And now I'm gonna shove him to the ground.
Okay, well, let's get him grappled first. Okay, and he needs to do another one of these. Add advantage. Because he's so damn big. 19. So you got him, but you don't manage him to throw him to the ground.
Hold on actually 1 second. I have something.
Not a something, no.
It's the worst.
Okay. So because this is a contested ability check, I'm going to do this. And I have to roll a d8.
Okay.
So now that's a 20.
You're getting... Oh, sure, because of your rage. So 20 is actually a draw. Oh, no. It had advantage. It gets a 21 because it's big. So 21. So
he's still won?
Yep, he's still won. Yep.
Barnacles. Well. Oh, well. That's all I can fucking do. That's it.
Disappointment.
Got him grappled at least. It's something.
Oh, I'm gonna shout out, "Fuck him up, Silas!" And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Silas, what you got? You haven't been able to advance into battle, but here's your chance. What do you do?
I'll go ahead and attack the one being grappled.
Okay, I think that would be an advantage.
Oh no, it's not an advantage. His speed is just reduced to 0.
That's true. So straight roll 15. Hard to get the right angle with Samael getting the just miss.
Ooh.
That one does hit, so the mystery has been revealed about what their AC is. 10 points of damage. Okay, this guy actually hasn't been damaged yet, but he does take that and he groans and he's just trying to break free of Samael's grasp. Not quite. Is that the end of your turn, Silas?
Yep.
Okay, so that guy's dead. This guy's being grappled. All he can do is try and break the grapple. So he's going to make a strength check at advantage. And he rolls... Ooh, he rolls quite well with a 17, but a natural 20 doesn't help him. And then he gets one of those. So that's it. It's done. Feldar.
I'm gonna run up on top of this guy's dead body, not getting inside out of his circle if I can. And
Okay, well,
hitting
interestingly,
this
he shrunk.
guy. Okay.
All the dead
Am I
ones.
inside of his circle right now or no? No, I'll just move back at the end of my turn. I'll see.
I think he's just hostile though. I think you're okay. I'll check it though.
Okay, well, make your attacks.
Okay.
22 hits, 10 does not. So 9 points of bludgeoning. Got it.
Yeah, that's all I'll do for this turn.
Okay, Adamak. This guy's munching on you.
Yeah, he's kind of making me mad, so I'm gonna attack recklessly with Great Weapon Master.
Ooh, now you're talking. It's a reckless attack, great weapon master, so -5. 13 does not hit.
That's unfortunate.
22 -5 is 17. Does not hit.
What? Well, I'm gonna bonus action zap him then.
Alright. So he'll make
For a whopping 3 damage. Ignore the Great
defense.
Weapon.
See dexterity, he rolls a 15.
God damn it, he takes like
1
damage.
It all adds up.
What a turn, hey? Ooh.
1 point of damage. Swinging like a madman and nothing much happens.
You know what? I got my damage to keep my rage. That's all that matters.
You just need to attack to maintain your rage. You don't necessarily need to hit. Or be attacked. And once again, doesn't necessarily need to hit. Alright, Mara. None of the confused... yeah. So you're still concentrating on the confusion, but nothing is confused, so keep that in mind. Nothing is alive and confused. Guiding bolt. Okay. 24, that hits. Against that guy. Okay. Roll damage. 13 bludgeoning. Boosh! Holy energy slams into this guy and he erupts in radiant energy. The Duergar will... He will... What will he do? 2, 3, 4...
Attack of opportunity first.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, there's 2 guys there.
He's in a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, advantage to this guy. Thank you, Mara. So put a little plus on that. Okay, he is going to attack Atomac because he sees an opening there. He's not going to move, which might go badly for him. He rolls a 12, misses. And he needs to make a strength saving throw, I believe, Connell. He rolls a 11. So I believe that means he takes 8 damage. Okay. He's still standing. That was Connell. No, that wasn't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
Now it's Connell.
I'm up. Yeah. I'm gonna use Firebolt. That should be radiant damage.
Okay.
Cool, I like that. Nice flavor. Roll it. Ignore the second one. It's just accident.
Okay.
13 misses.
Yep. 13 misses. Yep.
Okay, and then bonus action, use lightning on it, which is 10 damage.
I knew it was in a bad spot, but it falls to the ground. So now we have that guy's grappled and this thing here.
I am not looking forward to this.
Yes, it'll get attack you 3 times with its claw, and you know it's going
At
to
advantage.
be an advantage. Yes.
Uh-oh!
1, 2, 3. So let's see. A 16, that's terrible. So 2 hits
Still hit.
for a total of 15 points of damage, reduced to 7 because of your rage. It's going to try and claw up and use those claws to pull it into its gullet. That was a 15. That could have gone a lot worse there, Connell. Adamak. Those are terrible rolls. Okay. And then the creature looks around.
My AC is 15. That will.
Oh, it is 15. Okay, so
Yeah.
the last one does hit then for 8 points of damage, reduced from 16. Adamak, this is your chance though. It's going to... wait a minute. Getting confused with this thing. You see this thing start merging into the wall behind you. Just as if the wall wasn't there. It's like gliding through the earth. You can have an attack of opportunity though, Adamek.
Okay.
At advantage.
Oh yeah, I guess I still have that. Come on.
Ooh, that hits. So a total of 12 points of damage. Got it. And as I said, the earth behind it doesn't appear to be disturbed. So it's literally gone into a rock wall that you can't see in and you have no idea. Samael.
Rude.
I am going to try to take this guy out, but like non-lethally. I don't want to kill him, so we
Okay.
can ask him questions and shit.
Okay.
And then reckless attack.
Now you can have one or the other. You can do non-lethal or you can be reckless. Reckless is the
Oh.
antithesis of non-lethal. Choose one.
Okay, then I'm going to do non-lethal. But my first attack is going to be a shove to get him prone.
Okay. So
25.
it's going to be hard to beat. Or get advantage. Nope. So he's prone on the ground.
And now that he's prone, now I get advantage. So Psychic Blade. Oh my gosh! That's it.
No good. That's a shocker. Plus 6, you got 11 at advantage. Oh dear. Alright, Silas. You see so poor Samael trying to knock this prone guy down and has him sit up for the perfect hit and misses.
Really amazing. A sight to behold. I will attack it non-lethally as well.
Okay. At advantage because it's broad. There we go. Okay, roll damage. Yeah. He falls to the ground unconscious.
I like to think that Silas literally just, since he's grappled, just walks up and just smacks him on the head.
Slap! Go down. So
Go to
he's on
sleep,
the
go to sleep,
ground,
go to sleep.
Conscious. And the multi-armed weird creature is not coming back, at least not for now. So we can get out of the initiative order. And eventually your spell fades.
done.
So we'll get rid of that. And all concentration, all those other good things, oops, go away as well. So what do you do?
Let's tie him
Doing
up.
there, Adamek.
I'm gonna inspect the wall that he went into.
The wall appears completely undamaged.
Interesting.
It's like it was moving through air.
Can I run through this door right here to make sure it didn't come into this room right next to us?
Sure, you can. Now that the battle is gone, you do notice another tiny little Duergar, and he's saying very similar things to the first one. Just moaning about a mouth with no face.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to him. You guys can. I don't want to take up the session, but I'm gonna go walk over towards him and talk. I don't know what you guys are doing at the same time.
Yeah, well, let's deal with a Duergar. With this Duergar, let's say, it is unconscious. He flips back to a normal size. So while Faldar is talking to that Duergar, what do the rest of you guys do?
Christ, Adamek. I will first walk up to Adamek and cast Healing Hands
Okay.
for 8 healing, and then dump 20 lay on hands on him. Jesus Christ.
So 20 points of damage. For some reason, as you touch him, I gotta tuck my kids in. Just jump over the whole paralysis thing. I won't be long. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Jesus Christ, Adamek.
Yeah. Next time,
Literally half
I know
of
what
my
you mean.
healing gone with one fight.
tactically, guys, let's try to see the one bad guy at a time and try to even stay together.
Yeah.
Adamak smash.
Yeah, just smash together.
Anyway,
Fair, fair.
that's 28 total healing for you.
Alright.
he's down. Yeah, he's down. What you get now, Animat?
62.
Okay, you're not bad. You're fine.
I'm good for now.
You're fine.
I'll be less stupid.
It would have
one.
literally
Hey.
cost every bit of my non-spell healing to heal him to full, just so you guys know.
Yeah, save some of us when we go down, because I mean, ultimately, that needs to be when we,
Yeah, that was
Keep
pretty
alive.
dumb, Adamak.
What the fuck, Anime?
I know what I want. See how
Let's
It wasn't
cool
that
it
bad,
was
man.
when I killed them, though.
Yeah, that was
have-
pretty cool.
I still
Was
have 3
pretty
level 1
cool.
spell slots, so I'm actually going to cast level 1 Cure Wounds on you too.
Oh damn! Just wasting all the stuff on my.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're the
Smite.
fucking
They
tank.
there go the smites though.
Yeah, your smite, sir.
I am
Yeah.
not only DPS, you assholes. I'm a tank.
Your take
Sir
60
Silas.
Alright, do you want me to cast my Radiant Consumption with you all standing next to me?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, you should,
Sounds
you
cool.
should be afraid.
It does sound cool.
No.
Idiots.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm always playing either Ancients or I play Devotion usually. Usually
Well,
Ancients.
then I would just do this then, bitch. And then get away from you.
You're roboting.
I would just teleport away, bitch.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm the edgy elf. Not the normal elf, the edgy one.
Every single elf is edgy. Don't even at me.
Matt, how you enjoying the game, man?
Oh no judgment here. I'm just saying they're all edgy.
Now, I mean, Matt, how you enjoying the game? They try a group.
Oh well. I'm fun.
Cool.
He's just vibing.
Saying we're crazy people.
So what kind of monk are you, Matt?
The most basic.
Open hand?
Open hand, yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, open hand can be the most fun.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
just knocking people prone with your flurry of blows. So good.
My friend is running a Way of the Four Elements, and he literally is just calling himself Aang.
Oh god.
You can tell how old Connell is because he adds the nose to his smiley face.
I am old. All like relative, right?
Am I wrong, Mara?
Always call me out. It's all good. I feel old in this group.
She's avoiding the question.
Okay, I am back. So, healing goes into Adamak. He's looking a lot better than before. And Silas and Samael, you have an unconscious Duergar in front of you.
Can I tie him up?
Sure can. Make a survival check for me.
Cool. Does anyone want to help me out? Or is anyone good at tying people up?
I'm good at being tied up. Whoa.
Oh, too much information.
And do. I was thinking the werewolf thing, but that works too.
You do a good. You think you do a good job, but unless it went terribly wrong, he appears to be tied up. So mark him as grappled. We'll say.
I think it's least I could use a spell now. Can we start any items?
Sorry, Adamek,
I'll
did
say
you
that.
use your gift of a clarity that combat?
He did, yes.
He did. Okay.
Did I? Who
It's
did
still-
what?
The plus
8
8 to
hours.
initiative.
Oh,
he-
yeah, I
that's
did. I just rolled garbage.
Okay. Okay, so he is tied up. He's still lying on the ground. Not looking terribly good.
Should we slap him awake?
We'll leave that up to you.
Okay, I guess I'll slap him awake.
Ah! Gah! Untie me!
No.
What do you want from me?
Amazing negotiation skills.
No.
No, I don't think I will.
I don't want to talk. You can talk, Silas.
Well, you're
Actually-
just gonna get the
actually-
same question.
You got the impression, but he is talking Dwarvish, so unless you can
Oh,
understand
God.
Dwarvish.
Okay, so
Burger.
I'll ask him, what are you guys doing down here? Well,
He speaks
I,
to
gonna,
I speak Dwarvish.
Do the.
Let me show it.
I was searching for treasure. We heard that this place carried much treasure. And actually, you look behind him, and you notice what they were doing. Along this wall, where they were all lined up against here, is there is like a beautiful wall carving. It's a lavish carving of a mountain beneath like a stylized eye looking down on a line of dwarf worshippers. And kind of woven all throughout it is some type of metal. You're not quite sure what metal it is, but then, let's say Mara comes up and she looks, and you notice that the mithril armor she's wearing is very similar to this metal. So it looks as if they're trying to destroy this beautiful picture of dwarves by getting as much of this mithril out. And there's actually quite a bit there. And if you spent some time, you could get a decent amount of mithril out of here, but it would take some time.
How much is some time?
To get the entirety of it, you could get in about an hour, maybe 4 pounds of the stuff.
Ooh.
Y'all get spend an hour here, or you guys in a hurry?
Oh no, Mithril's a pretty cool.
Can we
Well, let's
also
just-
like take turn to get a short rest out of that?
Yeah, I mean,
That's too much.
It's up to you. But if
I'm
obviously you're
good.
digging for mithril, you can't take a short rest.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good on health, so I can dig while the injured people can rest.
So why don't the diggy people line up against this wall?
Jeeves gonna help.
And what, strength of 1, Jeeves?
Well, he can. I don't know. Help hold hand tools to him. I don't know.
Okay, so while they're sorting this out and getting wide-eyed treasure eyes, what is Valdar saying to this Duergar?
Is he speaking in common or is he speaking in Dwarvish as well?
Dwarvish.
But I can't actually talk to him. I couldn't have talked to the other one either, probably. Okay.
Okay, so just leave him to his misery.
I'll just leave him to his business.
Yeah.
I'll ask Mara if she can translate.
I can translate.
Come
To you.
over.
I cast comprehensive languages a minute ago.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Could I get a translator to talk to this dwarf over here? I want to see if there's some mind presence or anything happening on them, or if they're rebelling, or what's going on with these mouth things. It seems to be another guy afraid of it over in the corner.
So I'll ask.
Yep.
Ask him that.
He looks at you and he's similar to the other guy. He's just not happy. He does return to a more normal type stage. And he comes up to Felder and translated either via Connell or Mara says, "You must flee. You have no hope against this creature."
Do you want to go look over in the other room? One of them's dead, along with some of your fellow Duergar that were seem to be mining for them. Can I get a translation on that?
Yep. Done.
You can make a persuasion check as well at disadvantage.
So, am I making this persuasion or am I making persuasion?
Let's say Connell is, but it's still going to be a disadvantage regardless. So make a persuasion check. 20.
Cool. Oh, that's a 10 though.
Advantage, Kurt.
Let me think. So it was disadvantage for. So he starts sweating profusely again. He says, and he looks over, and he sees the creatures that you sworn and said, no, this is not it. He was much bigger, and he swung a mighty hammer. This is not it. This is not the thing with a mouth but no face. A mouth but no face. And he starts rocking back and forth.
Are your people working for this thing with the mouse with no face?
We ran. I ran. No, this is ungodly. It's got a face. It's got a mouth but no face.
You don't recognize any of them?
A mouth but no face. And he starts shaking noticeably. It's starting to not make a lot of sense. That'll make him frightened as well. That's the expression he's wearing. Mouth with no face.
Alright, at least we got that wasn't the only one of these things. And Feldar will see them mining and he'll be like, I can help out with that. And he will start mining the myth. First he'll try to draw the picture of the dwarfs and like sketch everything that he's seen so far in the monsters for the library really quick, and then he'll start helping with them.
So this guy starts hurling insult to this guy, saying, "You coward! Why did you flee? You are no Duergar." And the guy starts shaking even more, saying, No, it had a mouth but no face. Ah. So, for the people who are mining, can you line up against this wall here? So far we have Feldar and Samael. Anybody else?
Guess it's just us.
Okay.
Do we have anything we could mine with? In terms of tools, can we try to use their picks? Did their picks shrink?
The picks did shrink, so you will have
Okay.
you can all have a pick easily enough, and you start singing some chant like "I've been working on the railroad."
Hi
As you're
ho,
passing.
hi ho.
Even better. And I was about to ask what Mara's doing, but looks like we're going to find out. For me to pick up what they already there's a little bit of what the dwarves mined. So you pick it up, so I'll add that into the total as you're going. So you're just going to cleaning up. What's Silas doing?
Watching the Duergar.
Okay.
The tied up one.
Okay, he's resigned to his fate, and he can every so often he yells something at his friend. Yeah.
Every time he does, Silas kicks him.
Yeah, every time he calls him a coward, Samael will just say, "Ha ha ha, yeah, you coward," in Dwarvish.
Jesus Christ. Somebody else stirring the pot.
Okay. Alright, so we're going for about 15 minutes, and between the lot of you, you get a total of, let's say, 5 pounds. You mine 1 pound each, plus the cleanup that Mara did. And 5 pounds of mithril. You can take a pound each, and let's say, Mara, you can take a pound each, and she picked it up. Doesn't sound as though you were actually short resting. Silas, what are you doing? Oh, you're keeping an eye on the guy.
Let
That's
me
right.
get that.
I'm at full health, so I don't need a short rest. But
Yeah,
I
that's what it's
will
spellbound.
ask Samael to translate a question for me.
Oh yeah, sure, bro.
Well, two questions. First, where is Stella? And second, did you help her commit her atrocities?
I ain't telling you nothing.
He'll pull out his greatsword and put it up to his throat.
Make an intimidation check. That's not necessarily a failure. Usually, mine's never good. You've got me tied up. You've killed my friend, and you expect me to tell something? You can go straight to the Nine Hells.
Silas nods. I will, and pushes his greatsword into his throat.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to take that as a coup de grace.
Yeah.
And the guy leans forward almost into it and he grins this horrible grin. And as his sword pierces through his throat, blood starts kind of dripping out of his teeth and he slumps to the ground dead. Okay.
So just
No, it's okay. He said he was gonna kill us, and then I wink at Silas.
Silas,
yeah, but you said that lawful. I thought you were lawful.
yeah. Lawful doesn't mean obeying the laws. It means obeying his own personal tenets.
That is true.
And his tenets are no justice for the evil.
I
Okay.
look towards Mara speaks Dwarvish too. Not lie. I look towards her. She was also helping translate. Was that what the dwarf was saying?
Yeah.
Silas has no idea that's what he was saying. So, I mean, that doesn't really work.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay, as you're going through and doing this, for some reason you thought it was a good idea to start mining in the middle of a dungeon. And only Mara notices these things coming. And what you see, just hurtling down the corridor towards you, is this... Oops. Actually, I'll put it over into Discord so you can see a picture of what these guys look like. And
Quite
these
the
things
smiley
just...
guy.
They're not... they make noise? I don't think they do make noise. But they just go swoosh, swooping through. And let's roll initiative. Mara will not be surprised, but everybody else will.
oh, it's definitely a vibe. Vivi, or not Vivi, Samael. God damn it. I'll not call you Vivi one of these times.
Yes, Vivi is off dealing with something else. Okay. Is that everybody? Should be 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing one person. There we go. Adamek. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Jesus Christ,
9.
Adamak.
And I get to add 8 to that.
Sheesh, man.
Is that a natural 1? That's still 15?
No, I roll with advantage.
Wow. So how long
Okay,
does
how's
that? How long does that?
8
Gift of a Cleric
hours.
last?
It's
Oh,
eight hours.
It's a long time. That's a nice spell. And I assume it's not concentration. Okay, Felder,
No.
you don't know what's happening. Silas, you don't know what's happening. Adamek, Samuel, Connell, you're all too busy mining. This creature gonna shh, not making a sound. It gets worse. Whoosh, another one swoops from this side. And they're kept on consecutive terms, so that's fine. And you see it just kind of reaches up. You don't really see hands, but you see it pulling part its hood. And this ray just goes whoosh, shooting out, going straight for... I'm going to roll a d4 for the 4 people mining in order there. It's a 2, so Felder. This is going to be advantage. You didn't know it was coming. Boosh. rolls a 20. Which is
That
hit the monk. And it just ray just slams into the back, and you feel the frost going across your back, and you take 21 points of cold damage. This one, well, it's not a good surprise, or all of you not surprised, but Mara, since you're there, this won't be at advantage though, because you do know it's coming. You scream out a warning to your friends, but it's too late. Rolls a natural 1. Let's see if it's yeah. The thing I rolled on my little table here is it's pulled a muscle. This thing doesn't have any muscle, so I'm just going to treat it as a natural one. And it's on its second attack as well, so it doesn't matter anyway. So you see the frost coming, unlike poor old Feldar, and it just whooshes across your head. That's I hardly ever do this. It's just because I can. Whoosh. Whoosh. Did that work?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's off my screen. Never mind. Okay, so the shoot. Mara, you're the only one of your buddies to react. What do you do? Oh, it took a while on my screen, but it came through. Bane. Okay, wisdom saving throws. Bish. DC 15. They both make it, unfortunately, so they do not get baned.
They're
Yeah,
very
there
wise.
was some natural rolls. A natural. They
Oh,
get
they're
no
not very
bonuses to that. That was a
Never
natural
mind.
19 and a natural 20. Wow, that was unfortunate. Feldar! They're busy mining and you feel a intense pain as a cold bolt shoots into your back. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn around and see this thing, and I'm gonna run towards and start hitting it.
Okay.
So first attack. Does a 14 hit?
14 does it.
Yep.
Just let me do one thing here. And you feel an intense coldness just emanating from this thing. Something like that. It hasn't had any obvious effect on you yet. Actually, you might not be able to see that. Or see, there we go. So you just feel this intense coldness just emanating from this thing. Hasn't affected you yet, but it's definitely distinctly cold around there. But you do hit it with your quarterstaff, doing 9 points of damage. Got it.
Okay. I'm gonna do my two more attacks. So one more with the staff, and then one armed.
Sure. The second attack, 15, that hits. It's 13
Then
damage. Okay. And another 10 damage. Wow, nice. Okay.
That's it. First attack. Yep.
Okay. So Silas, you snap to your senses. You see Feldar jump into action, start whacking the crap out of this thing. The Duergar in the corner is just freaking out even more. It's not been his day.
So Silas will point at the one that Feldar is attacking and cast Compelled Duel.
Ooh,
You have to
okay.
make a Wisdom saving throw.
So this is a flat roll, and it rolls a 7. So,
All right. Has disadvantage on all attack rolls on anyone besides me. Must make a Wisdom save every time it tries to move away from more than 30 feet away from me. And that's it. But I have to stay close to him. So
Okay. So really, if it's going to attack Feldar, it's at disadvantage, and it
Yes.
can't move away with you without making another Wisdom saving throw. Okay, got it.
and that's actually only a bonus action. Silas is going to note to Feldar not to attack it anymore because him attacking it will break the spell.
Okay. Game on. 15 hits. 10 slashing, got it. 16 hits. 13 slashing, got it. Nice. And it It stares its ghostly ass. Ghostly gaze. It's probably got a ghostly ass too, but that's beside the point. Okay.
That's his turn.
Okay, Adamak.
So
Choppy choppy.
I'm-
What do you got?
I'm gonna attempt to choppy and hope it goes better than last round. So I'm gonna go up to this one. I will rage.
Rawr.
I will recklessly attack and great weapon and really hope that something happens for me here.
Okay.
Please.
So 17 with advantage. Yep, that does hit.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's an extra 10 from the Great Wormer. 24. Wow.
Then another one. Where's
14.
my rages at?
14 does hit as well.
Oh, sick. I want my crits though. And then, oh yeah, when I rage, I also zap him
Please make a dexterity save.
for a whopping 2 lightning damage.
Whopping 1 lightning damage.
Sadness.
Okay, Samael.
I am going to back up the homie Adamak.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to back him up. But as my bonus action, I'm going to teleport so I can get 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And because I used the Shatter Kai effect, I get resistance to all damage until my end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then now I'm going to move. Right there.
Okay. Guys, get
And-
distinctly colder, but yep.
Is it like a ghost? Or does it have like a physical form?
It's both.
Both?
Both.
And I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
25?
It slides out of it easily. It seems to be immune
Oh?
to grappling.
Okay, then I'm just gonna attack him.
Alright, I'll punch it. You got it.
Okay.
And then since he's flanked, advantage. 25 to hit. That's
25 hits, so 12 damage. Got it.
12 psychic. And that's it. I see it.
Got it. Okay, Connell. Finally looks up from his taking. If you're talking, Connell, I think you're muted there for a second. So which one are you attacking?
Yes, I want to know that Adamak and Samuel. So
Oh, yep,
16 is the hit.
16 does hit, so 14 points of
Yep.
fire damage. Got it.
That's it.
Okay, this creature near Silas is going to take Silas, not with disadvantage. But can you first make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Silas? I'll tell you, it's a DC 14. Ah, you're fine. So it turns around to you and it opens this sort of just shines this bright light, and you feel your retina's burning, and you blink and you blink and you feel you're going to lose your eyes there for a second. But it doesn't. You manage to do it. But what it does do... is... It's going to take two fists, ghostly fists, that don't seem to have much substance to it, but he starts smacking you right in the face. For a 17, does that hit?
Yep.
It does. So, you take 9 bludgeoning and 8 cold for a total of 17 damage. He's going to punch you again! There's not much force behind these things, but the second one... Do you have a shield, Silas?
I do, so I have 16 armor class.
Yeah, so you put up...
No, I don't. But I have 16 from my. Wait, does it have shield? No, yeah, it's 16 without a shield. because I have
Okay.
a great sword.
Oh, true. So you just parry it across to one side with your greatsword. It clanks onto the ground. This one. It's between Adamek. It notices Adamek is swinging wildly, so it's going to take advantage of this and try and punch Adamek twice. The first punch. Once again, not much force behind it. Adamek, you're too wily for that. Slide out the way. The second one comes in. That one does hit. Smashes you right in the face. So you will take... That bludgeoning goes to 3, but plus 15 cold, so 18 points of damage from this creature. It slams into you. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Atomic? Once again, its ghostly hood fires in your direction, and your retina's burned, but you dodge out of the way of it. Baneless Mara. Too soon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, so let's make another couple of wisdom saving throws. Let's see how they do this time. Left to right. What's the DC? It was 15? So one of them makes it. I think it'd be most advantageous for this one to be Bane, so I'll make that one Bane. And you're concentrating on your Bane. Very good. Feldar, you hear Silas scream, "Don't hit this one! Don't hit this one!" What do you do?
So I'll let it get an opportunity attacking me at disadvantage, and I'll run to this one, which I can do with my 50 movement.
It
Take
does
my
have
attacks on this one here.
disadvantage. Okay, let me see if it hits you first. It rolls a 13.
Nowhere close. So then it has the Bane too, minus on the attack.
That's true. It's hard because you can't do a minus D4 easily on monsters. Maybe there's a way, but
Jesus, a 9.
Yeah, my armor class is 18, so not close. I'll go throw my hit into this one.
Okay.
All 3 attacks. I'm guessing the 11 hit.
Yeah, 2 hits. The quarterstaff and the monk unarmed strike, so a total of 10. 9. So you heroically dash across the battlefield. Could you get that far with your movement?
Yeah, I have 50 movement speed.
Ooh,
So I was
nice.
here, so that was just 40 on the diagonal.
See Felder just hurling across there, does a massive punch to the face and just crumples.
I'm like, can I go hit the other one now? I look back towards Silas.
Yeah.
And I'll start moving back because I still have 10 movement, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay. And I guess Adamak and Samuel are looking at each other. What the hell just happened?
He's like sprinted, smacked it 3 times and it died.
Well, I smacked it twice, technically.
Yeah.
Good enough. Okay, Silas. You have compelled this thing to duel to you. Its complete focus is on you. And despite the focus, your greatsword misses. It slides out the way easily. The second sword, though, you get the measure of the beast. And it does hit.
Is it considered undead?
Yes.
Okay. So that plus that.
Fine, smite. And with that, it is enough to fell the beasts.
Oh, great. I don't have to walk over there now.
Yeah. And maybe there's a lesson to be learned here. Any lessons anybody want to...
More mining.
Yeah.
Treasure cost fights.
I don't know. I got to.
Perhaps the ruins of Schattengard might have more easily accessible treasures. This place is fairly big. And perhaps we should clear it out before we start mining random walls, or we might end up like slaves to some monsters like these Duergar. Or perhaps they're willingly doing it mindlessly and become friends with them.
I didn't mind any walls.
That's fair enough. I was trying to help the group.
I put 5 lay on hands on myself.
Okay. And just, you probably would have noticed this during the battle. Oops, can never do these reveal areas quite right the first time. You see how there's...
I know that move.
Here. That's all you saw during this thing. Now that you've got a time to catch your breath and wondered why you're mining in such a terrible place, You look across here, and you see stone pillars supporting a series of stone arches. So there's stone arches like between all these pillars, kind of like this. Once again, art was not my major at university, but there's arches across those things. And there's some type of stone paneling across the side. You can't make it out from where you are, but of course feel free to go over there. And the creatures, by the way, when you killed them, their substance kind of fell off them, and they're just a cloak on the floor, nothing else. Okay, as you enter in, Samael, you notice that there's a lot of pictures there. They're just carvings. There's no mithril in these ones, and it appears to be depicting the birth of a dwarven creature, and there's pictures of him like making brewing something. I mean, not to be stereotypical, but it's very obviously beer and metalsmith and some stone carving as well. So it's depicting a young dwarf being born and taking up a series of trades. Let me show you what's to the north. So you see a corridor. Whoops. Once again, can't get it right the first time. See a corridor heading up that way. Oh, and I guess you see this over here too. Once again, can't do it the first time. That room there. And there's another room to the south. Like one of these times I'll get it right first time. Down that way. Okay, there's no obvious threats in any of these areas, but there's pictures, as I said, of a dwarf being bored, taking on various crafts. What do you wish to do?
Adventure.
Up, down,
Adventure.
forward.
This place seems pretty big. I don't know if resting now is the best spot, but we might want to have a place that we think is safe to rest in the future if we don't think we're going to finish this place soon. That we can rest and recover at if we want to search from the smaller rooms with doors.
Yeah, that's smart.
We saw a lot of doors off on the side. They might just be one-door rooms. They might... I looked to Samuel. They might have that treasure that you're looking for, or they might give us indications about some of the history or the understanding of this place.
Yeah, treasure sounds cool. So should we like check out this door first then, or like there's a bunch.
Perhaps some of the smaller doors towards the corridors back where we came, maybe? I don't know.
All right. I'm
that way
just
we're
gonna
not
run over here.
I was going to go back there and check those doors. I'll run too. I run faster because of my monk-like speed.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Apart from barbarians and monks are pretty swift. But one-on-ones with a monk is never advised. That is an OP situation. Okay, so Felder and Samuel, you're at the door. It looks just a simple, well-made stone door, like most of the craftsmanship around there. It's in good condition.
Open the door.
Oh, that's a spirit. Okay, you open the door.
And we die.
The fireball trap goes off.
The pitfall.
No traps. No traps.
Dexterity save evasion.
Why is it my view area? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it is a simple room. Maybe this is what you were looking for. Now, this place has been ransacked as well. Scattered about the rooms are the remains of a bed, an armoire, a desk, and a chair. And heaped around the broken desk are hundreds of torn up scrolls. And if you want to get a closer look, you can do
I
that.
come back to Connell. There seems to be some kind of magical inscribings. I don't know if you want to try to piece them together or relay that information to the group. You look like the bookwormy type.
Yeah. Kind
Damn,
of
he
like
called
a
you a fucking nerd.
nerd.
Okay, so Connell, you go looking around. Most of it is maybe you guys comprehend languages, right? We'll assume that's still active. 15 minutes of mining, yeah. So a lot of it is religious sermons. Like there's a lot of praise of what's his name, Moradin, I think, the the great dwarven god who said his greatest invention was inventing dwarves. So there's a lot of things
Wow.
finding, praising him. But you do find, tucked in behind the desk, a scroll that has some magical writings on it. It's not something it's not arcana. It appears to be some type of religious thing, so it has some divine properties to it. It's definitely not arana. Yes, you can take a look at it. Make a religion or... yeah, religion. I think that would make most sense. 10. Yes. Let's assume with the help of Connell, who knows a little bit, I will whisper it to you, Mara. If you want me to... so you know what it was. If he wants to tell the other people what it was, just say yes and I will have you tell them. It is a scroll of mass cure wounds.
Can you learn that, Connell?
Yeah, well, Connell, you can't use it. I guess Silas or Mara could, but it's up to you. But would probably make most use of in Mara's hands. So, scroll of mass cure wounds. So, very good in that it. You need to take an action to read the scroll, and then the scroll will be useless. But a nice way to heal all your friends in a pretty quick amount of time. That's what you find. So the room's been ransacked, ripped up, but you got lucky, Connor. You found something that other people who looted it. You suspect the Duergar have already been here, but you're not sure.
Well, I think we have our resting room. If we get into combat again, we can come back here and maybe barricade the door and take a short rest while we explore the rest of this ruins. That sounds good with the group, but maybe we check the rest of the rooms around and see if there's anything else that hasn't been looted.
Yeah.
Sure.
I go back towards Adamek.
Okay.
Do you want to open this door?
You got it. And he'll back.
All right. We'll open the door.
Okay, so Felda taking the lead. Swings open the door. Okay, right first time. Yeah. Alright, so this is what it looks like. And no creatures in this room. But what you do see, you see four work-like areas along the east and along the east wall. There's like a stout desk and a swiveling stool, like one of those classic stools you twirl around on. And above each of these stools is like a lantern hanging by a chain. The lanterns are not lit, and along the, let's say, right about here, there is, what do you call it? There's some type of work table, almost like a simple forge. There's obviously a bit underneath it where you could light up and heat the surface of this thing, and there's a barrel of water right beside it as well. So let's say like a workbench here, which can be heated from underneath, and over here are some desks. I have to really put this onto my map, and little swivel stools. in front of them.
Doesn't seem, just seems to be an old forge room. Nothing too interesting in here. I don't know if anyone has any opinions on that.
Is there like any treasure in the room?
None of this. I'll role play it out and look around and do things. Connell does take a look around, let's say with the help of Samael. And you do find some things, but they're not particularly interesting. There's some metal walking tools, a chain metal apron, and some leather gloves. It's obviously some type of... It's not really a blacksmith. It's sort of whatever one step down from a blacksmith is. Because this table is merely heated from underneath. Not like a full-on forge. Are there any written documents in here? No, there are no written documents in there. Yeah, that's right. Graysmith.
Can I open this door?
You can certainly try. Okay, so...
I'll back. Just kidding.
Okay, so you open the door. It's not trapped. No fireballs go off. And it kind of connects up to that passageway down there, which you went through, which you mapped out. So this tends to be some type of religious place, but there are shelves that appear to be some type of almost religious artifacts, but they're just thrown to the glory and shattered in a million pieces. You could maybe try and work out what they were, but it would be difficult. But you do find like there's a statue of a dwarven king that appears to have survived the fall. And actually, anybody who's proficient in religion, can you make me a religion check, please? If you're proficient in religion, make a religion check. Just a straight roll for Connell. Mara, you pick up a fragment of glass and say, this is from the Old Father himself. Surely this has lots of value. And even those who aren't religion look at Mara in an odd way. What you do manage to pick up, though, there's some type of funeral shroud, like what you'd bury someone in. What's it called? Like the something of Turin? I forget what it's called, but apparently Christ was wrapped in it. The Shroud of Turin, I think? That type of thing. Anyway, and you look at it and you think, there we go, shroud. And you think it's got some type of religious value. And if you look closely, there's bits of blue quartz that are shown into it. It could fetch a pretty penny to the right buyer. And you also see a triptych. Who can tell me what a triptych is for a bonus inspiration? Because I knew what these were, but I had to look it up to make sure. A triptych. No googling. No googling.
Hey, no, I had art history. It's the 3-paneled art. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like, but it has 3 different panels and it can close.
Yes, that's right. Take a point of inspiration. There you go. All your
art history paid off, motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a triptych. It's against the northern wall, and it depicts some type of dwarven wedding. And it's a fine piece of art. Apparently, the dwarves didn't appreciate it that were raiding this place. That could fetch you up to, at a guess, 250 gold pieces. But the problem is the damn thing weighs 25 pounds.
Perhaps this is something that if you're interested in it, I see the people looking at it. Perhaps we deal with it later when there's not issues of carrying things around this entire dungeon. Is it dwarfs or Duergar in the paintings?
Definitely dwarves, not Duergar. Definitely dwarves. You could put it in the bag of holding since it's a triptych. You could fold it up and put it inside. So
Okay.
I'm not sure who's keeping track of the bag of holding, but you put a triptych with 250 gold pieces and a statue of a dwarved king worth 75 gold pieces and the funeral shroud worth 125. Oh. I'll make a quick note to myself that I'll add that to the bag of holding at the end of the session. So I'll just put... okay.
And now we open this door.
What was that? Sorry, I just made a slight typo there. 5. Yeah, I'll record it all, Mara, but I'll wait till after the session because, I have things to do. So you open up that door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it leads into a passageway. And yet again,
Oh, great.
you see another pathetic...
And
Where's the
another
sympathy,
coward.
guys? Oh, man. Just nothing but disregard for these inherently evil kind of dwarves.
Just put them out of their misery, man.
Their natural alignment is lawful evil, which makes sense. They follow the law, they're not just crazy people. Okay, and the same type of phrases, the mouth with no face. Rocking back and forth.
Should we even bother talking to him?
I don't have anything to make. Perhaps we might be able to talk to them more if this mouth thing is gone.
Alright. I'll head this way, because I'm
Yeah, we
thinking...
never read that the mouth thing was below us, but there's also other monsters that could attack us while we're dealing with it. I'll follow.
So just a corridor,
I guess...
nothing much of note.
Oh, it just connects back up to the ways we've been.
Oh, maybe.
What about this way? I'll go with Adamak this way to see the end of this northern direction. Metagaming, thinking that this is towards the end of the map of the screen.
They're going to reveal that side too. But there is a room there.
If Adamak doesn't open it, I'll go up and open it.
Okay. I'd like to check the door first.
Sure, make an investigation check if you're checking for traps.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So high.
I did a kind of a dungeon crawl with a different group of people, and they were religiously checking every doors for traps and listening, and they failed to do it on the one door that was trapped in the entire complex. It was great. What DMs live for? You hear, nothing comes, doesn't appear to be trapped. Let's say Falda opens the door, and this is another ransacked room. Once again, there's a lot of ceremonial relics. It appears to be that the dwarves living here previously were quite religious, but everything is just smashed in here, like iron censers, stone candlesticks, even look like fragments of an orb there, and lots of religious things.
I shout, religious people and Bookworm, you want to help investigate this? See if there's anything of value? I know I work at a library, but I not that department.
Okay, so you're looking around this religious things to see if you can spot anything. Okay, you look around this ransacked room, you don't really notice anything. The most you can make out is, there's a lot of talk of Moradin again. I think I'm getting that name right. The godfather of the dwarves, whose greatest invention was inventing the dwarves. So with that investigation, that's what you find out. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got this
As
area
you come
checked off.
around the
Looks like
corner, Adamek, this
Oh
creature
god!
jumps out and wait a minute. So you didn't notice this creature was here, and bam! It appears. What does it say?
I just shut out Boo with the psychic blade, like pretending to stab him.
Like you, and I smack it.
Make an insight check, Adamek,
Oh, okay.
to see if you work out that it's just Samuel playing silly bugs. And make a performance check, Samuel, and see if you can beat a 16.
Yep. Right. Performance.
You can not react as much as you like, Adamek. You were not thrown off by this.
I'll say boo back at him,
Oops.
but
Third order.
but more in like a roar.
I was
Okay.
like, yeah, scared you, huh?
Yes, totally.
Yes.
I was so scared. I just walked by him,
Barely breaking stride.
shaking my head.
Amazing.
Jesus. Look at this man just teleporting in front of me. Must
Yeah, I
be some
cast
sort of
Misty
wizard.
Step twice.
Makes sense.
just to pass you. No,
This is
you
a
guys
nice-
are there first. So.
This is a nice door.
Okay. You
I would
open
like
it up?
to inspect it.
Sure, make an investigation check.
I'm the most investigative person.
Definitely not trapped.
Okay, open it.
Okay, you open it.
Please don't be trapped.
It's not trapped.
No, it looks good, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, now what you
Oh.
see in here?
It's good, alright.
Don't panic just yet. What you do see in
Adorable.
here are,
Oh. Attack dummies.
well, first of all, the least, well, maybe equally interesting. Now there's a lot of frescoes are carved onto the wall once again, and it's depicting dwarves defeating various foes like ankheads, purple worms, umber hulks, and other burrowing creatures. Yeah, and that's it. And the other thing you see, standing around the room, is like 5 wooden constructs resembling donkeys. Now each of
Donkey.
these has a body made of like a wooden keg, like a bear keg almost, and a head and a neck is crudely attached to make a head, and there's like peg legs on these things. Yeah. So it's like a crude wooden donkey almost,
Interesting.
and then not reacting at all.
I'll just like walk forward and poke one with a javelin.
Okay, it's no unusual reaction.
Okay.
Fear the wooden donkey.
Oh.
I'm wondering if I should or not. I'll pet it.
Okay, no reaction.
I'll like ignore it, I guess. It's not doing anything. I'm just scared that if I go in the middle, they're gonna like swarm me or something. Attack the keg donkeys. Can I like further like inspect it once I'm next to this one?
Yeah, you can get a close look at it, and you look at it. It's as I explained. I mean, there's not much more I can tell you about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll just open this door.
Okay, well, I'll let you know. Just before you open that door, so Mara's having a look around, and she sees something unusual against this wall, behind one of these wooden donkey things. She suspects there's some type of secret door here. with her
Oh.
insane passive perception of 25.
All right, smartos, check the wall.
Okay, well, once Mara points it out, yeah, she lets you know, and you look and yeah, you see it's not trapped, and you see how you could open it. So do you wish to open it?
Perhaps if there's a magical trigger, we keep the cleric away from the creepy-looking donkeys.
Okay, let's
The
put
donkeys.
Mara right just outside the door there. Is that okay with you, Mara?
So, would I recognize that this is the wall the one phased into? Or, like,
You tell me.
character-wise, would he notice?
Well, I can't answer that for you. I mean, you saw where it went,
Yeah.
so I don't know. So maybe you remember it.
So I'm gonna pull out my sword readied
Okay.
and felt.
Oh, ready an
Sam-
attack as well if he comes out when we open it.
Yeah,
You
and I'll tell
can't-
Samuel, like, I think this is the wall the one phased into.
You can't both ready an action and open a door.
I'll open the door then.
And I will smack anything. Not anything, but that
So-
monster
so-
specifically.
So Samuel's opening the door, and Adamak and Faldar are preparing an action.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what you see. God damn it.
There's gonna be like 10 of them.
Right? Just a
So
horde.
let me tell you what you see in the room first. It's a pretty featureless room. You see some of these bear type crates that were in here. They're kind of scattered around, almost like they've hidden their workshop or something off to the side. And I think that was very smart, Faldar.
Yeah.
It did actually go through there. So good piecing the puzzle together, Faldar. You can have a.
That was Adamak, but
Oh, it's Adamak.
Adamak.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm getting your voices confused, but you can take a point of inspiration if you like, Adamak.
Yay.
And let's roll one of these. Come on, I need
Alright. Give me something
Finally.
good, and I add 8 to it. Oh my god.
I wish DMs had inspiration for themselves, so I could have rolled that at advantage. Because that's a shocking roll. And I was actually waiting for you, so I'm going to put it there. We should have 7. We do have 7. So Adamak and Samael, you can have 2 attacks, 2 rounds, because you get the surprise round, and then you're at the start of the order. So let's start with
Oh.
Samael. You can attack.
It was Felder that held his action.
Oh, sorry, Feldar. What was? Oh, sorry, Samael opened the door, right? So
Yeah.
that's fine.
yeah.
Then Adamak, were you reading an action?
Yeah.
Attack.
I will.
Oh, sorry. 13. Right. That misses, bounces off its hide. Do you want to do your second attack there, Adamak?
Other about two, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
thank
one.
the Lord.
Those both hit. So 10 and 13, 23 damage. Man. So we're set to do a big surprise round with multi-attacks and maybe get 2, but that's fine. So Connor, you weren't reading. Okay, it's surprise, so it doesn't do anything. We zoom around and we come back to Samael.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Ooh,
13.
13. Let's see if he beats that.
It's got a +3 to its roll. It rolls a natural 20.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Nat 20, baby.
Not today.
Point of inspiration for the DM. Is that your
I'm
turn,
just-
Samael?
I'm just gonna use my other attack to attack him.
Okay.
22 to hit.
hits, so that's 14 damage. You do get sneak with all your allies around you. 14
And
damage.
that's it now.
Okay, Adamak.
I'm going to. Is he like blocking the door so I can't like go around him?
Correct.
Specifically to this location.
Specifically, you can't go there.
Okay. I can or can't?
You cannot.
Okay. I'm going to recklessly attack them because
Okay.
I can't get behind it.
Okay, so
And
raging.
oh, I'm gonna. You know, I don't know. I want to not to save the rage, but I also want to so I don't die. What? Living on the edge,
Which edge is that? Is that the raging edge or the non-raging edge?
Oh, screw it. I'm raging. I don't trust this thing one
Okay.
bit.
Okay, so tackling recklessly, raging. 20 hits. 16 damage, got it. That hits again. 10 points of damage, got it.
And then I will zap it.
Best laid plans of mice and men. 14. So this was extra good Atomax spotting this. 14 makes it, so 3 damage. Okay, got it.
It's my turn.
Feldar.
I'll just use my 3 attacks. So
Miss, hit. Once again,
I always roll 9.
you see Adamak doing a number on it, just smashing, and you come in, punch it in the face, crumples to the ground dead.
Yay.
That would have gone rather poorly for you if not for the smarts of Adamak, strangely enough.
Yeah.
So extra well done.
We're particularly afraid of it because of how bad it beat him up last time.
Yeah, I feel like I wasted a rage there.
Well, if you hadn't have done all that prepared things, it would have got a surprise attack on you. I don't know if it would have been an advantage or not. But regardless, spinning claws of death is often bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He
it
tried to
did
eat me
indeed.
like 3 times.
It retreated to like about there, held up, and then it went and hang out in here. And I heard you guys coming and thought, aha, I'll surprise these guys, but
Joke was on it.
joke was on him, indeed. Okay. So you're in a room full of donkeys and donkey parts. Wooden donkey parts, I should emphasize.
I'm gonna climb on one of the donkeys.
Oh, I was gonna do that.
Or you can
Do you want to join me?
donkeys if you like. So who's climbing on the donkeys?
Silas, for sure.
Silas
I'll
and...
climb on one too.
Had a Mac too.
Okay. As you climb onto these
Yes.
donkeys...
Yes.
They become our friends.
They do.
Oh, shit.
They start moving
Oh,
as if they were a mount.
oh my god.
Oh!
And as you, there seems to be some type of telepathic bond between the two of you. And as you kind of lean your body and say forward or backwards or something, without even saying it, the donkey obeys your commands. And you have,
Oh my god.
I mean, there's 5 mounts here. I mean, the 3 who jumped on them definitely have a mount. I don't know if this is going to be a paper, scissor, rock roll to end all paper, scissor, rock wars.
I'm pretty fast. Connell, Mara, you guys should take a donkey.
Mara is very impressed with this.
Wait, Silas should summon his horse. So we
Oh,
can
yeah,
all
I
have
literally have
mounts.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I'll get off the wooden donkey, and I will cast Fine Steed, and
Nice.
Tempest will appear. So a big black, basically a Phrygian horse. And I promised Adamak that he could pet him next time he was back.
I will ride on my little donkey over to it and pet it.
Amazing.
Are these dwarf-sized donkeys? How does Adamak fit on this thing?
It's good for small or medium creatures, so he's
Oh
fine.
no. Okay.
Trying to find a cool token for the summon mount. Not having much luck. Horse. War horse. Here we go. Here we go. It's much bigger than the donkeys, but there is your mount, Silas. I'll send this guy to... back. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that everybody's walking on these donkeys or riding a massive ass warhorse. Stealth is out of the question. They're very crude. It's almost like a wind-up doll that you might get in a Happy Meal at McDonald's. It works, but it's very crude. So it's got a lot of sounds of wood clacking on the stonework.
Do all mounted combat stuff work though? So you can disengage and all that kind of stuff. Because mounted combat can disengage, so you can actually not doing your turn. You can kind of do that slashing stuff.
Yeah. I mean the
Fun.
The donkey. I'm going to say you can use your bonus action if it comes into combat to tell your donkey where to go.
Okay.
So it's going to cost you your bonus action, which isn't a lot. Yeah. So don't bother dragging the wooden donkeys around unless you want to get off them. I'll just assume you're on your wooden donkeys. And you'll take a moment and you think back. You think back to the early adventures when you're fighting demons and sacrificing unicorns and elephants. You think about your trips to hell involuntarily. You think about the times that Mara fell several times, and you think about the rigid, cold cure that you think. And all the time you've spent the adventuring together, this is by far the most pleasant moment you've had.
Oh, 100%.
This brings you joy. And yeah,
This does bring me
that
joy.
was maybe a bit harsh, Mara, but you did fall a lot down early. And you sit back on these cool things and you smile. The shit has gone down, but this is a happy memory.
Don't worry, guys. I'll lead the charge.
What's the movement speed of the donkey? Just curious.
The movement speed of the donkey is 30.
It's actually slower than me.
They can dash on its own. So it has his own action. So it can dash. It can disengage.
10 feet faster
No,
without
it cannot.
stealth.
No, it cannot dash.
I have 60 movement on my warhorse. Get over losers.
Does
You have to
it literally have the stats of a warhorse, Silas?
I believe it just has the movement. It doesn't have the attacks or anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And so the donkeys can move at 30 feet, so walking speed, but it doesn't do running. So it cannot take the dash action.
Perhaps we store these donkeys somewhere so we can stealthily move around, not alert
Yeah, agreed.
monsters.
Agreed. They don't seem to have a whole lot of advantage.
Yeah.
I've already cast this spell, so I'm riding Tempest.
Okay.
Alright. I am going to go ride my donkey to the room where there was that like little hidden room that was with the one door that we were at with
This
the
one?
yeah, I'm gonna ride all the way over there
Yeah, same.
and store it there.
Sorry, where are you storing? I didn't see the ping.
In that room over by where we found the healing scroll.
Okay. So I'll put the couple of donkeys over there. Okay.
Unless anyone thinks that they want one in combat, I might be able to help them catch up 30 feet. They could use their bonus action to move and then charge in on it.
Yes.
I think that me and Samael should still be scouting the front and trying to get ahead on things.
Yeah. I'll see you soon, donkey.
Losers. Silas is just sitting on top of his horse.
Okay. I don't believe a
Majestic.
horse can stealth.
No. Oh god, no.
To be
His
fair, though,
intelligence
Silas
is fixed,
couldn't
though.
stealth either, so,
So it is not any worse than before.
Perhaps we head down south of that room. That's where we thought the large.
Actually, so it's probably better because you got your movement now. Because now it can dash, so you can stay further back and just rush in when time starts.
Yeet. I have 60 movement, so.
Yeah, 60 plus the horse has his own dash, so you actually have 120.
I don't get to dash with it, I don't believe.
So the donkeys don't dash, but you can use
No,
your
No,
horse.
his
my
horse.
horse.
Silas's horse does. Yeah, it does.
Oh,
It can
Silas's
dash,
does.
disengage.
Okay.
It can
Okay.
dash, disengage, and all that. So you can dash. I love Mounted Combat. It's fun. So the horse can itself can dash. You have 100. That's why it's like Mounted Combat and all the movement. You get mobility in a
Amazing.
horse. So you get 120 movement basically if you want to, or you do 60 in and disengage and get back out. Movement can be its action can be disengaged for you.
Yep.
It's
Alright,
fun.
he can understand you. He speaks Celestial.
That's cool. It's also telepathic with you. So
He doesn't speak Celestial. He just understands Celestial because I get to choose one language that I speak that he knows.
cool. But also I think it's telepathic with you.
It is, yeah.
So which way you guys going?
So Feldar is recommending we go south of that room in the direction that he intuited that the big bad monster went. That was making damage and stuff, it looked like.
Yeah, I'll follow you that way.
Remember the tracks. The tracks went this way.
Which way?
So I just drew on the
Yeah.
map there.
Oh, okay, further that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go that way slowly, but I will wait till people move their tokens in case something happens. So they're closer to us.
Nah, we got this, Feldar.
Alright.
It works.
For the
So
sake of ease, I can't move my horse, but I am on it.
Oh, okay. I can fix that. So this warhorse, put in all players' journals and can be controlled by Silas. So you should be able to move your warhorse now.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to set up Link with Silas so he can still stay back, but I can tell him to rush in case we what's it called? Face any dangers just because he's not stealthy on that horse.
I
Okay.
wasn't stealthy, not on the horse.
All right,
So is it-
Feldar.
Peer
Let's
down
go.
the corridor. That's what you see.
Let's check around the corner before we check the door. I'm gonna hug the wall and then look this way.
After you, Bara. Take the wall away.
Down here. Do you see this?
You want to check that door behind us first before we keep going further?
Yeah, let's check this before we.
Okay.
Or wait, did you say you want?
There's a door over by Adamak, yeah. We don't want that door to open
Oh.
up. Silas's horse comes trotting by.
Yeah, true.
So, who's opening the door there?
Does Adamak want to use his investigation skills?
my amazing investigation.
Sure.
Ooh, that was pretty amazing.
Glad I'm wasting all my good rolls on frickin' checking doors.
Okay, so you open the door, and inside, it looked like maybe it was some type of study for a priest or something. But once again, it's been ransacked. All signs are pointing to the Duergar kind of got to this place first. And there's statuettes that have been toppled and smashed. There's a diorama that's also been smashed. Broken disc, broken in two. Another ransacked place. And at least when you guys ransack a place, you don't destroy the place. But whoever ransacked this doesn't agree with you.
Respect for the culture.
Alright, let's keep scouting. Unless people want to try to
Nice.
investigate the rubble and see if there's anything.
Kano has a good look round and rubble. Nothing much else of note.
Sadness.
So, Mara comes up from the rear.
So I just want to kind of check this corner.
Sure. So there's a tunnel going up and goes around like this, down like that.
All right, let's check out this thing now.
It looks like there's some damage over there.
Yeah.
Stop right there, Samael. You got to there, so I'll put you there. And can you make me a perception check, please?
Perception. Okay.
Oops, it's not that one. It's this one. Ooh. This thing in here was being especially quiet. It rolled a natural 20 on its stealth for a total of 23. So you pop your head around the corner. Oops.
Ruh-roh.
I lost my bad guy. Where'd he go? Oh, I'll drag another bad guy. I have plenty of bad guys. I'll get there. So this huge creature. There we go. Layer. Token layer. There we go. This massive creature, easily twice your size, was waiting there for you. It's almost like an insect with these massive mandibles, and it just was waiting for you. And as soon as you enter the room, it's going to get a surprise attack. And he didn't say you were stealthing, so I'm not taking it as stealthing. And it swings at you once with its claw. Get on the right screen.
That's a miss.
15 rounds swings at your other claw. For a 13. And it was trying to feed you into its massive maw, but it's going to try and bite you anyway. For a 20 for 18 slashing damage. And it's staring directly at you, and it's very off-putting. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Man.
Oh, sorry, Samael. I'm looking at the wrong thing. A charisma saving throw does not make it. We'll get to that when we get to your turn, Samael, but something's gone wrong. Very, very wrong. I'll just put a red dot to remind myself that you're up the crapper. I haven't rolled for my friendly little pet here. It was a 6. That's not great. Okay, so that was its surprise round. So we'll just loop back again. And Atomek, you see this creature burst out of there. I should actually die. You probably can't actually see what I'm talking about. There we go. These mandibles and these claws just erupt from this room. There's no door there, so it wasn't a thing. Atomek.
So I'm gonna wiggle my way around and use my last rage.
Don't
use the rage. Just die.
No, use the rage. No, you won't die.
Just die.
I already told you what's gonna happen.
It's your choice.
I guess you did tell me beforehand.
Okay. So rage. Okay.
I will attack.
It's a lot of thought for a barbarian. I shall. Yeah, attack. Okay.
That's not an advantage, by the way.
Yeah, 14 doesn't miss it. It bounces off its thick, almost insect-like hide. No damage. Swings again. Same thing again. Bounces off its armor
God.
harmlessly. And should have happened at the start of your turn, but can you also make me a charisma saving throw?
Ooh, my best save.
Okay, you're fine. You shake it off. No obvious damage. So that's your 2 attacks. No good. Connell.
No
All right, cast that and change Adamak into a great ape.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll put it in the chat if you want to look at see what it is, what the stats are.
Okay. I will want to see that. Oops, I'll drag it over here though. Okay, so giant ape. Is it a large creature? It's a huge creature.
Will he
It's
fit?
huge. It's huge. It's fun. Yep.
Ah.
I don't know if I'll fit in the the hallway.
So, that's kind of how
Homework
big
is fun.
Adamek is. Let's reveal that area and let's work out how this happens. So that's how big Adamek is. Just move you to the side.
I just get crushed under the weight of the world.
Then you crush everybody else.
Tell you what, I'm going to put you back so you can fit in there and right there. And you're squished. You're in a confined thing. All attacks will be at disadvantage, as it will be for Samael, because you're just too big to go in there. And that happened on Connell's turn.
Yep.
Connell, you're concentrating on that. That's a great spell. A little squished at the moment, though. Samael! You can say you damn dirty ape if you like.
Oh yeah, get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
And you need to roll me, because you were in this. You need to roll me a D8.
D8?
A D8, yep.
The 6?
A 6. Okay. This is all very confusing for you. You're not sure what's happening. You're being squished by an ape. You've been attacked by this creature. You do nothing on this turn.
Oh, dang.
Man.
Okay, so, yep. You're thoroughly confused, if nothing else, by the fact that a damn dirty ape is right there. Right up in your space. Valdar.
I'm guessing there's no way I can try to squeeze into the room around the monster or anything.
No, because you'd have to move through its space, and you can't do that.
Okay. Is can I hit it from where I am? Is it through the diagonal there?
You can, but I'll give it a +2 for half cover, because it's difficult to get around there, so +2 to its AC.
Okay. I'll swing my attacks at it then. Oops.
First attack. Oh!
Nope.
Ooh,
Natural
that's not good. Let's see what happens. So you whack it and it gets stuck right between Adamek and the Umber Hulk. Your quarterstaff is stuck there.
Alright, I'll just...
Make me a strength check.
Okay.
You might be able to pull it out. Make me a strength check.
How do you do just a strength check, not a strength saving throw?
Just click
Is it
on
not
the
just
strength.
athletics?
No, where it says strength on your
Okay.
character sheet. So that is near there. There you go, 16. Okay, you managed to yank your quarterstaff out.
Alright, I'll swing it again since I still have it.
That just hits.
Ooh. And then I'll do a
Bludgeoning.
arm strike.
And that misses. You
Okay.
can't just quite find the angle between this rather uncomfortable
I'll
looking
stunning
ape.
strike.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll stunning strike on the first one. 14 DC Constitution.
DC 14 Constitution. Is it going to come off? Oh, it does. And it is not amused to the stun condition. Okay, so it's stunned. Do you have any more attacks? I don't think you
Nope,
do.
that's my turn. Unless I use the key pointed flurry of blows, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so it is stunned. I'm not going to put a marker on it now because now it's not stunned. But it does miss a turn. Silas.
No, it's okay. No, it's stunned till the end of my next turn, so people have advantage on it. It's till the end of the monk's next turn. I can link it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take your word for it. I used to play a monk for a long time, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's right. To the end of your turn. Okay, so it's...
Yeah.
Yep, it's stunned.
Oh, actually, can I move out of the way to let my friends get through to hit?
Yep.
Nice.
So Silas comes galloping up. What do you do?
I fit there? I don't think so.
You can jump off the horse, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop off.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. So the horse comes galloping down. Silas jumps off and successfully makes an athletics check. So we see you can make an athletics check at advantage since you kind of know horses. But you're still jumping off a horse, and you jump off the horse to a stylish little cartwheel, come back to your feet right next to the Umber Hulk. It will have +2 to its AC because there's a damn dirty ape in the way and it's around the corner. But
That's
you can
fine.
swing away.
At advantage.
At advantage, yes. Yep. Okay. That hits with the advantage. Yep. And that misses. So 1 hit.
Oh, gosh.
12 points of bludgeoning. Okay. And can you make me a charisma saving throw, Silas?
Yes.
It kind of turns its head to you. But you're
Not
made of
every time.
sterner stuff.
I have a +11 to it. I hope to God I get it.
Plus 11. Well, spoiler alert, it's a DC 15. So, was it +11? You need a 4 or better. So, you're pretty good. So, you attacked it. You moved back, did you, Silas? Oh, it's stunned. It doesn't get attack of opportunity. That's fine.
Yep.
Mara. On the move. That's a good question. Let's have a look. Right there. No, not from there. Not especially not with the ape there. No line of sight.
Sorry.
You're squishing me out of back.
Just wait till my turn.
Dashing then. Okay, so Mara rushes up. Adamek, what do you do? So what you can do is you can make 2 fist attacks if you like. Well, in fact, that's what you can do.
Can I shove it?
Yeah, you
Like,
can certainly
push
try.
it? Push it into the room. So I'm just gonna roll a d20 and I get a +6 with strength.
+6, yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the strength of the giant ape is +6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
26. Oh, not necessarily. But it's got a +5 modifier, so it does get shoved back. Rolled a 19. It was close. So,
The contest right there. Here's a street contest.
Yep. So you push it 5 feet back.
I still can't squeeze in.
I tell you what. Since you have 2 attacks, I'll let you do another shove attack.
All right.
Another strength. And it rolls a 19 again.
Wow.
You push it, but that's it. So unless you want to move,
You're stepping.
that's actually
Can it make strength checks while it's stunned?
No, it can't. There we go. It goes back there.
Oh, thank the Lord! I'm gonna squeeze into the room.
And let's say you shove it there, just so we can
Okay.
do this because it's fun.
Perfect.
Okay, so you push. Make a monkey no, make an ape noise, Adamek. Good enough. Okay. So Adamek shoves it in, opening up the thing. The creature is still stunned. Easy to push. Connell. Connell doing the old muted trick, is he? Yes, Connell, you muted.
Yeah, me and my phone was across the room.
No problem.
Yeah, Connor's gonna sit down and watch them.
Okay, right from there.
Just sit down the hallway. Yeah.
Okay, concentrating on the polymorph spell. Samael, you finally actually are you? Yeah, make me another charisma saving throw, Samael.
Oh, charisma.
Oh, and actually, since this thing is stunned, I'll be nice and let it not do that effect, which I think makes sense. So you're no longer confused by its gaze.
Nice. Is there any way for me to like attack it without looking at it?
Yes, you can. But you can avert your eyes. But your
This turn it doesn't matter. At the start of my turn, it will be unstunned. So right now, you can just go hit it with advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Sweet. Then I'll just run and do that. But bonus action, I'm gonna rage.
Okay. Well, I should reveal the rest of the rooms at all.
And then I will attack.
So raging up, 22 does hit.
22. And then second attack. No sneak attack.
Okay, so 19 hits. Now, you're probably thinking 20 was its armor class, but because it was taking around its corner, that's why those other attacks missed. But that does hit, so... what's the total damage here? It's 17 damage?
8... 16 plus 5 is 21 total damage.
21, okay.
And then I will... Let me see how far I move, actually. 10. I will... run away.
Okay. Does not get its reaction. Valdar.
I will go up and I will hit it.
Okay. With advantage.
Oh, it's not stunned at the start of my turn, actually. So it's not
Okay.
advantage anymore.
Okay.
I just double check.
Just normal. I used,
Unless
I used to play a monk for the longest time, so you think I'd know this. So this
sadly not advantage, so that misses.
Okay,
I'll swing
12
again.
misses. That misses.
I'm guessing 16 misses, and then I'll punch from the
Misses.
miss again.
Yeah.
I'll flurry of blows. I'll use a key
Sure.
point to hit again.
That hits.
And stunning strike.
Okay. Let's put on the 10 damage first. So stunning strike, was it his constitution? It's pretty
On 14.
constitutional. Oh man.
Mister, please stop bullying me, Umberhole.
Oh,
Now it gets to get advantage hit by everybody.
Yeah, all I gotta say to you is burn those keyboards. Take a short rest, buddy. I dare you. Okay, so it is whoops.
That's the end of my turn. I can't do anything else at that point.
Okay, haven't you done enough? Stun Silas. That hits. That hits. So 14 and 18. 32 damage. Okay.
Nice.
That is nice. Still standing. At the end of Silas's turn.
Yep, sorry, yeah, that's the end of it.
Mara. Walking delicately around the horse. You definitely have line of sight on it now. Guiding bolt 20 hits. And the silent one gets a moment of glory. Slams into the creature. Down it goes down. It had 9 hit points left. So the silent assassin takes out this insect-type creature. Yep. Okay, well done. That was a stunning strike. Definitely turned that battle. How many key points you got left there, buddy?
3
3
out of 8.
All right.
I think it's 8 for an hour. So, you know.
Okay.
It's gonna be a tight squeeze through these halls.
Should be fun.
It's already fun enough for Silas.
If you do go through these narrow hallways, for example, and if there's a combat, they'll be at advantage to hit you, and you'll be at disadvantage to hit them.
Okay.
For wide open spaces, you can do. And of course, on this you have, holy crap, 157 hit
Yep.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even made an attack thing for it, so.
Yep.
Oh, I wasted
Thank
20! I just
Man.
wanted to hit it once.
Roll the
man.
damage just so we can cheat.
I know, right? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted you to do.
3d10
But-
plus 6 damage. Wow.
Get used to that.
Oh, wow. 51 damage.
Or one hit.
One.
That literally would have downed
has two
Silas right now.
It has 2 hits too.
The disadvantage, if there is one, is armor class at 12. So
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
easy to hit. You do have a speed
Well,
of
if he
40
changes
feet
back,
and a climb of 40 feet.
if
What
he
happens,
changes back too,
yeah,
it
and
goes
of
back to
course-
his hit points. It's like the yeah. So he's no, it didn't hurt him either. So I almost did it earlier when you were getting all that damage, but by the time I got to it, you were okay.
And I was going to say, of course, Connell needs to concentrate on this the whole time. So if Connell gets hit,
Yeah.
he might get reduced.
Anything in this room?
Oh,
A giant ape.
a giant ape
Yeah.
looking
Get
slightly.
a token for that.
Does he have the intelligence of a giant ape? What facilities does he maintain?
Maintains his own intelligence, his own personality, but he takes all the stats of the ape, I believe. I'll check it, make sure.
Oh yeah, so I think strength, dex, and constitution change, which are your physical things, but your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma does not.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
Actually, my intellect is 1 point better than the ape.
What is your
I was
intellect?
say, which way?
Mine's an 8, and the ape's is a 7.
That's only 2 better than my horse. I just want you to be clear on that.
Yup.
Now,
That's
do
funny.
you remember the joy that the donkeys brought you? Take to a child. This is kind of the opposite. This was some type of brewing supplies. You look around and there's smash bottles of very fine-looking dwarven ale and dwarven spirits and dwarven whiskey, and they've all been smashed to the ground. You suspect that it's almost sacrilege for even a Duergar to destroy that much alcohol, so you assume it was this mindless insectoid-type creature that was in there.
Deserve to die then.
Okay. And I think this will be a good place to end it. I mean, we have
Yeah, I
an
have to
injured
go to bed.
player, not a injured player, yeah, not a player character. And I believe Connell is quite late in your part of the world. What, 1 o'clock is it?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
1
one.
o'clock.
I'm dropping.
Okay, so we'll stop there. It was nice of you to come along, Mara, even though I imagine it was difficult for you.
Good to have you here, yeah.
But it was good to have you here, and we hope to have you back and functioning a little bit better next week. Other than that, take care, guys, and we'll continue exploring this
Hey,
dungeon. Yes,
Michael, did we find a token for that ape? Because I think it's going to be a reoccurring thing.
yes, I shall do that.
I
I
can
shall
do it,
add
you
that to
can.
my
Either one.
notes. I
Yeah.
shall make a giant ape token and put it in control of Atomac, and then we'll just
Yay,
remove
cool.
Atomac from the map. And I'll
Yep.
put the treasure in that you got from that room as well.
Cool, thank you.
I'll just stay in ape form all the time.
2
And
hours.
I did look it up though. If I rage, I do get the half damage from my rage while in ape form.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool, too. Dang, it's
Oh,
insane.
interesting.
That's
Because it just
insane.
says it says I lose rage if I become incapacitated, and I
Yup.
don't technically.
Okay, good to know.
I think
So
you would have to be raging first, though. That's the only stipulation.
Yeah, I'd have to rage first.
yeah, but we'll pick this up next
You're a
week, guys.
tank.
Nice playing
All right.
with you.
All right,
and,
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thanks.
take care, Mara. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.